Hello, everybody. Neil, the light is on. Welcome, everybody, to another Just Enough Heshy show. And I hope you all had a good weekend. I'm happy that we're on YouTube. Este's running in a little bit late tonight, but that's okay. Welcome, Este. No flower in your hair, Este. What's going on, Este? Oh, she has a big flower. Wonderful, 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 Este. Anyways, everybody, welcome to the Just Enough Heshy show again. And I want you to know we have a bang-up show tonight. I hope so. And we have a lot of discussions to make.
Banging up.
And by the way, everybody, I brought my my costume for this week, the Purim costume. Does this work? Hello? Does it look funny? Or no?
No, I think the face looks funny. The hat looks fine.
Well, I'm going to be wearing the hat over the whole show. Do you like that, Dimitri, behind you? Even Dimitri is shaking his head. He never shakes his head normally. Anyways, everybody, I want to start my show, Neil, with my Neil is breathing heavy. He had to run and he was boy. Everybody's running late. I'm the only one doing good. You know why? Because I'm smoking my electric cigarette.
I'll be good.
Thank you, Mikey.
Thank you, Mikey.
Thank you, Mikey.
Anyways, while they're putting out the sodas, I'd like to...
He doesn't even send me a sample, the guy.
No, he gave me samples. I've been stealing them.
Oh, shit.
Me and Esty have been pocketing them, Neil.
Yeah.
Anyways...
I guess that's what partners do, baby.
Anyways, before I take off my hat, I want to read...
I thought you were wearing the hat the whole show.
I was going to wear the whole show, but it doesn't seem
too heavy.
Too heavy for me, yeah. Okay, the hat's off.
What are you going to do, Purim, then?
Well, no, I'm going to cover my face with makeup and have a blue beard and red hair and white something, red, white, and blue. And I'm going to be Uncle, everybody thinks Uncle Sam, I'm going to be Uncle Cobra. Anyways, here we go tonight. And I wanted to say a quote, but I want to tell you a story as well. But I'm going to start with something that I was walking on Ocean Parkway with my boy, and we saw a young lady with her kid, and she was crying, and I didn't know what to do. I stopped, and I said, "Hello, is there anything I can do?" I try to see anything I can do, and everybody's got trouble and problems. And I sat there for a few minutes with her, and I was crying, and she was crying, and she told me something that just blew me away, and I'm going to repeat it. And she was hurt, and she says, "I don't like people who do bad things." And I said to her, "All people do bad things." I said to her, "It hurts me. I pray I will do good." And I said, "Please pray with me so I can help people do good and lead the way of good." I know you're laughing here, but let me finish. And I'm asking all of you out there, let's start a new day, a new dawn with good and God in our hearts. And I posted this on my WhatsApp. And then I'm going to quote you with something special. America will never be destroyed from the outside. It will falter, and we will falter and lose our freedom. It will be because we destroyed ourselves. Yes, I quoted his Uncle Heshy, Abraham Lincoln Tischler, but it was Abraham Lincoln, one of our great leaders.
But what about the story, the lady?
So the story, the lady, I sat there with her and I said, I don't have so much money. I know, Neil, you always think I have a lot of money, but I sat there and I said, "Can I give you a few dollars?" And she told me her story, how she was evicted and she was homeless with the kid, and all I could do is give a few dollars to.
Doesn't the city have like this emergency kind of thing?
I think they do. I was.
You can get like if you have to a month or two rent.
Well, some people run into so much trouble, and I want you to know that I was.
So she was out on the street.
She was out on the street, Neil. Out on the street.
She had her stuff with her and wagons and
stuff? She didn't have wagons. I saw her with a bag, and I don't know where the rest of the stuff was, and she was crying to me that I don't know how to take care of my kid.
What nationality was she?
I think she was maybe Spanish.
Wow.
And I gave her a few dollars. I was hoping that maybe she would get something warm to eat into her bodies, and I went home a little more sad, and I want to tell you something. I was disappointed with myself because I know that we can do good. And then one of my friends, Barry, sent me a video on my WhatsApp, and he sent me a video of this little man. I think they call him Ted. He was handicapped. His hands were funny. I don't think he had legs. Small. And he gets on there and he says, "I'm handicapped, He says, they told my doctors when I was born, they told my parents, the doctor said that I will die in 24 hours. He says, now look at me now. I showed it to Esty. I am alive 35 years later, and all the doctors are dead. You know which doctor is alive? Me. This little handicapped man became a doctor. He can't move. He can't chew his own food. He says he gets washed by a beautiful lady every day, which is his wife. You talking, the man he came impossible. He's been disabled, and he says he doesn't want to be considered disabled. He wants to do good. And I want you to know something. He claims that he was born to do good on this earth. And I'm telling you now that when I saw that video, I got an epiphany.
But he's not doing surgeries, right?
He's not doing surgeries. He's a man that gives, he preaches, he helps to.
Oh, he's a psych.
He's like a psychotherapist.
Does he give like advice to people like your doctor said you're gonna die? Probably not.
No. He gives advice how to get out of your rut, how to get out of your depression.
So many people are in a rut.
And I want you to know that
many people are giving advice.
But when I saw, when I saw this man,
it's dangerous.
But when I saw this man, I knew right then and there why I was born. I was born and I was put on this planet. I was put on this planet to rid evil. I was put on this planet to stop hurt and to stop poverty. And I want you to know something. And I know I get hurt all the time. I swore right then and there that I will love all humans, not only Americans, no matter what they have done, because you know why? Because I've just learned how to love myself. And if I can teach you how to love yourself, I bet you this will be a better world. Now you heard my little preaching and crying.
Yeah, now we can talk?
Now we can talk.
Oh, yeah, great. So, by the way, I randomly...
Esty goes first. I had so many good subjects. Go ahead, Esty.
You just said I could talk.
Are we going to tell everybody what show we're listening to?
Yes, you're listening to the Justin of Heshy show.
Wonderful.
Yes, you can get to us on YouTube, Justin of Heshy. We're live. You can go to Facebook, Justin of Heshy. You can go to Twitter at hashtag Justin of Heshy. And if you'd like to advertise with us, you can reach us at justinofheshy@gmail.com. We're on Monday and Tuesday from 7 to 9 p.m. And you can call in at 718-303-9090. Are we doing the advertisements now?
We're going to do the advertising in a minute, but we're also streaming on YouTube Live.
I said that.
Oh, we did? Neil, did she say that?
For sure she said.
I did.
So you're always defending me. I love you.
No, so I wanted to talk about your topic, actually.
But we could talk about my topic after you do some because we have a giveaway tonight. You know that?
Yeah, I just
we have a giveaway
you
from
said,
somebody special.
Yes. Okay, fine. So we have Le Buffet.
Le Buffet?
Le Buffet.
No way. Le Buffet. Go ahead.
So yeah,
France?
Close. 55th and 17th Avenue in Brooklyn.
Good.
They do breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and they also do catering. You can reach them at 718-438-7612. We have the Black Label e-cigs.
By the way, Neil, you know those chocolates? I miss them. I was going to talk about that. Well, how do you call it?
I'm still angry that they were sugar-free, and I didn't try one. I'm so angry at myself.
They
what were
really
they called?
Sugar-free.
Oh.
Okay, you misunderstood a little.
But it's like healthy sugar-free thing, no?
Let's put it this way. For a diabetic that's not supposed to have sugar, shouldn't be eating those chocolates.
But I'm not diabetic. I just don't want to be fat.
So then you have a choice to make.
Yeah.
That's all.
Anyway, so what would they call Antele
Coco.
Antele Coco.
It's full of choices.
But they're very good. The Antele Coco. I wish I could have some more, but I was told by my new trainer, Yossi Lefkowitz, not to have any more. He says, if you're really desperate and you need one and you're crazy, he says, I'll let you have one. He says, but please don't have any more chocolates tonight. But I do want them. They were so delicious. Wow. Go ahead, Esty. I'm sorry.
So yeah, the Black Label e-cigs, which we have right here.
Mike.
Mikey. Yeah.
No, where's Mikey?
So
where is he?
I haven't heard from him.
Wait a minute, you're doing personal training?
So he gave me.
Oh, thank you.
No,
thank
he
you.
gave me.
I'm glad I'm up to date on everything that's going on.
I didn't know how.
Should we wait to get to him?
I don't even know why I get up. For what?
Go ahead, Esty. I'm sorry.
So yeah, the Black Label e-cigs, you can call Mikey at 561-239-5941. You can also go to blpremiumecig.com and get your cigarettes there. We have Gotham One Solutions, asbestos and lead abatement. You can call Joel at 917-577-2867. Then we have Yossi Lefkowitz, which the first.
He is my new trainer. I want you to know the boy is just wonderful, and he does a whole bunch of things when you come in the beginning to give you your whole session.
It gives you an evaluation.
Right. I told him to call in today with some kind of a health thing for us. But go ahead, Yossi.
So,
what
yeah,
is he, you know, we're giving away.
So
you
he's
love
a,
this.
so,
Neil, I can give you one of his instead of giving it out to the callers. We'll give it to you. Hello. Hey, give it out to the callers. Go ahead.
So yeah, he's a Yossi Lefkowitz. He's a certified professional trainer. He has like 17 different certificates, and he has this machine. What does it say? Full body segmental scan. It measures over 20 measurements in your body. Functional movement screen to see what movement problems are happening in your body. Either way, we're going to give the first 5 callers.
It's like $150 to get this first session.
Yes.
And we're getting the first 5 callers that call in a free session. Is it the first 5 call we're going to take off? We're going to give it away 4 different times. Yeah, he's giving away 5 of them.
What?
So yeah,
he wants to
let
show.
me get. Okay, so
Right.
let me give
So
out.
I told him, I said, giving one guy is not good enough. We need to hear 5 different people. He says, okay, I'll give you 5, Uncle Heshy. He says 5 different people. I said, I want to hear their discussion, their response, their opinion of what really you do.
So yes, so let me give out Yossi's number if you want to reach him. You can call him at 347-816-5207. But if you want to...
Again, what's his number? Because people, you went too quick, guys.
Okay, 347-816-5207. And if you want to call us in to win one of these free 5 sessions, well, first caller right now, our phone number is 718-303-9090. Again, you can get a free 5 sessions, which each one is around $150, so you're really saving here. You can call in at 718-303-9090, and we'll give you a free session.
Right, and Abe will give, when you call in, he'll give you a code, and you just give Yossi that code number, and you're good to go. Now, Esty forgot to tell you about Green Line Building Consultants.
I didn't forget, that was actually next.
Go ahead.
So yeah, Green Line Building Consultants.
I like the way she says it, yeah.
So yeah, Green Line Building Consultants.
Still don't get dinner delivered.
Okay,
we're going to find tonight, we're going to say where we're going for dinner tonight.
No, why can't they deliver it here?
So yeah, Green Line, they take care of all your violations, impossible things I think you can do.
Impossible plans, permits. We do pre-inspections, after inspections. We try to teach you how to do a code compliance. We help you out. We walk you to the finish line. We also do lead inspections, asbestos inspections. And if we feel you have a problem, we lead you to the right person, to Gotham One Solutions. And we try to make sure that we help you out. We do HPD violations. So you come to us for all your needs from beginning to end.
You do HPD and the building department?
Yeah. We teach you how to clean up your building and to remove the violations. And if you have some finance problems, we'll try to even negotiate your DOB violations down, or we will do other stuff. So
what do you like? Take numbers? You're a bookie?
So yeah,
not a bookie, not yet.
So yeah, you can call Green Line. So yeah, you can call Green Line at 718-871-0382. Again, 718-871-0382. Well, we have a caller. Again, this is the Justin F. Heshy Show.
He's the winner.
He's the winner, yes.
Yossi.
Hello?
Hey, how are you?
You are the winner of this free session with Yossi Lefkowitz, and I hope you enjoyed it. And we want you to call us after you get
that Yossi Lefkowitz?
No, that's
different Yossi.
But Yossi,
I look forward to it. Thank you.
Go to that show.
And let us know how it is.
Right. We want you just to tell us.
You want true testimony.
True testimony. Don't be scared to call back. It was bad. It was good. It was not good. Just tell us what it was, and just give us an update. And if you don't want to call us back, that's fine too.
Of course, I'll call you back, Heshy. I really enjoyed the show.
Is he in shape, this guy?
Yeah. Yossi. We don't want to know if he's in shape. We just want him to go to the trainer. So we're going to send you back. Unless you want to tell us something, we're going to send you back to Abe. He's going to give you a code, and you call Yossi Lefkowitz with it. He'll give you Yossi's number. And thank you for calling in, Yossi. We appreciate it.
My pleasure.
So yeah, this is the Justin F. Heshy Show. You can call in at 718-303-9090. So Heshy, oh wow, my mic went off. Oh, hello? Yeah. So Heshy, I wanted to talk about the topic we were talking about before. So
that's a very good topic.
So getting people out of a rut. So I want to become a life coach just because I do it so often. I went skiing this weekend.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Where?
So, Blue Mountain, is that a thing?
No, it's upstate New York.
Yeah, Pennsylvania, actually.
Okay.
So yeah, I was sitting there, and this guy's like, this woman's petting this guy. So I'm like, not petting him, but almost. And I'm like, oh, he seems sad. She's like, nah, he's going to work tomorrow, and he's kind of down about it. I was like, what do you do? He's like, some sort of accountant banking. He said it's very boring. I was like, okay, why don't you start your own thing? I always give people this advice, right? I was like, if you could do anything, what would you want to do? He said he'd want to be a ski instructor. I'm like, so why don't you do that? He said it doesn't pay enough. So I said, what's if he opened a site, sold equipment, and gave exact details on what you should be buying? And I gave him a whole thing, but I've done this before to a taxi driver. I told him to start a catering company. I give people ideas on how you're stuck in a job. There are side things you can do that if that picks up, you can quit your job. So it's part-time. I really
like this radio show. We can quit our regular jobs and do this, right?
Right. So yeah, I love getting people out of ruts because people are so
wonderful.
Stuck in the way.
That's why you're one of my sub-angels.
Yeah?
I'm the main angel.
A sub-angel? In my book, I'm the main and you guys are the sub, but okay.
Neil is the devil, and you're on the angel side.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Is that what you're going to dress up like? Neil, what are you dressing up like?
I'm not dressing.
I am not cool with that at all. I am not. Okay.
Is she screaming for some reason? I don't know.
Because this is important to
I'm
me.
in my 50s and I'm hearing from someone who's in their 20s about dressing
Oh,
up.
you're too grown up, Neil. You're too mature. Oh, I'm too old for this.
No.
Really? Really?
Yeah, really.
No, that's not cool.
Yeah,
Every
really.
Purim, I go around saying,
Yeah,
people,
really.
dress up. It's the one good holiday that's fun. You get drunk
Hey,
and wear costumes. How do you go
You're
wrong
not
there?
supposed to
if you
get
want
drunk.
to send people that are dressed up to my place, you can do that.
No, I want
I
to get
have
you a
no
costume and make you dress
I'll
up.
give you- in fact, if you want, I can give you a list of what I'm looking for.
Oh gosh,
Come
I'm
on.
not happy with the hat.
You're not
I
even
gotta
gonna,
fix
yeah,
that.
you're not even gonna put on a
No.
hat.
I don't know.
Because you know what? You need cardboard inside.
Ah,
Yeah. Wait,
so
Neil.
that'll stay up.
okay.
Neil, you're not even gonna wear a hat.
You're wonderful, Neil. I just love you. You're just so good to me.
I'm telling you.
Wait,
Whatever
Neil.
I can do, no problem.
Neil, you're not even gonna wear a hat? Nothing. Ah, man, you're killing me. This is what I do before. Go around telling mature people that, it's not, oh, I'm so mature, I can't get dressed
No,
up.
I'm just really happy that my kids are going to be having a good time. with
You're just
their
happy being
parties
yourself.
and
You don't want to be anybody else.
I certainly don't want to be anyone else.
This is how I see it. You have about 100 years, right? Every year you can dress up only once. There are so many costumes, and I have to be
Baby,
everyone.
You
How am I
say
gonna get there?
100? If you give me 80, I'll pay you right now. Give me a guarantee for 80.
Right, so I try to dress up every year because there's only so many costumes you
And
can
what are
have.
you dressing up again as?
I'm going to be an Egyptian. I just don't really have a costume yet. Don't ask. Don't ask. It's freaking
All right,
crazy.
she's got to play the music.
Right.
I got
right.
6 of them. I just didn't like
Wow.
them, figuring it out.
Okay.
Oh, so I want to tell you something I do
Are you
every...
gonna have those clickers like?
No. No.
No, that's belly dancing.
Oh, yeah.
Why do I associate that with
It is a
Egyptian?
thing. It is a thing.
It's a bad thing.
What's
That's
it
why.
called? So something I do on
Bad
Purim
thing?
It's a bad thing.
What's bad?
It's not.
and
It's
Halloween.
not. All our listeners will be upset that you're doing something bad. Dressing around like a
That's
clover.
bad.
I love
Women.
you. You finally learned the
Women.
meaning of
Yeah,
the word.
yeah, I'm just
Thank you.
I'm trying to, tame you,
I only wish we had Club Cove open for Purim.
I wouldn't go there.
Okay.
What's it called? So I do this for Purim and Halloween. We try to find costumes for every letter. Like
Did she
for
just say you dress up for Halloween?
what? There's only so many times you can get dressed up. I try to take every opportunity.
Hey, sweetheart, take a nice bottle of scotch, start drinking, have all your outfits laid out, and you can dress up.
It's not the
baby.
same, and you know it.
Oh, yeah.
So either way, we try.
Anyway,
So we try to
Let's try
find
to get on-
costumes.
let her finish up
Hold
and
on,
get
yeah.
to a real subject
Yeah.
about the world.
So-
Why, this is very important.
Okay.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
So we try to
You
find.
order a nurse, and you're gonna get a pianist or something.
So yeah. So we basically go like from A to Z. Like for F, we would do farmer. Whoever finds a farmer, whoever. We have an entire list, and whoever finds the most costumes wins. No. Every single letter. Like A, let's say have to find someone dressed up like an
Not
apple.
the name of the holiday, every letter in the alphabet.
Yes. So there's like 27.
Oh yeah, you're good. You got a lot of time on your
Okay,
hands.
No, wait. So
sweetie.
also every time.
Are we finished?
No,
already?
not yet. Every time I see a Waldo, I go over to the Waldo people dress up like. I go over to them
What's a
and be
Waldo?
where's Waldo? You
No.
have to find him in the picture book. He's a guy who wears red and white. So he's one of these picture books. You have
never
to
saw
find
that?
him.
I read the paper every day. I never saw Waldo.
No, it's a book. It's a kid's book. So every time I see a Waldo, I go over to them and I'm like, Waldo, I found you. Yeah. Okay, you can go. You can go. I'm
Thank
getting.
you so much.
I'm telling you.
Take your topic.
So Neil,
Really don't.
I have a, first of all, you understand the story of, I just want to bring something quickly up.
Nothing quick. I'm in no hurry. I'm not going anywhere.
Okay, good. I'm happy. You know, there was a couple of local guys who were arrested for ISIS. Did you hear that?
Really?
Yeah, some guys
What
at
was
East
the
10th
real
Street.
arrest? The real
They
arrest
were
was
on
that
the
they
internet.
were going to
They,
go.
they sent some emails out. They somehow, the government saw the emails that they wanted
Is that the government that doesn't look at emails?
Right, and somehow they found these young kids that said, I think they were 16 or 17 or whatever it was, maybe a little older. They want to be part of ISIS, and they just arrested them recently. And then there was another third guy you told me recently that was arrested.
It was part of that group of the two.
Yeah, what Ralph was saying, these kids don't feel like they have direction, and they just want to, be powerful. So they join ISIS to, sort of be a part of
well,
something.
you know
I
what?
think it's a very small portion of such type
Right.
of
No, of
kids
course.
that are joining.
And of
Most
course,
of them
you can't
are
be-
joining a Muslim.
Yeah, you can't
They
join
were
if you're
brought up
Christian.
like that.
Wait. You can't join if you're Christian, Jewish. It's an exclusive club. Only certain types can join. Maybe that's the appeal. No.
Well, it's
Well,
really for
even
the
if you're a
poor.
Jew or any other nationality, and you would tell them and make believe you converted or convert,
Wait, why don't they have spies?
you'll end up dead anyway.
I'm sure there was. Do you know that ISIS today threatened the lives of the Twitter employees?
Why?
You're gonna love this. The Islamic State may have found its next target. Twitter is a post written in Arabic. The extremist group is calling for the deaths of the social media platform's employees, specifically founder Jack Dorsey, for repeatedly shutting down its account. Thank you, Jack. Thank you. The threats were posted on a programming
ISIS
website.
has a Twitter account? What does ISIS say today?
Who doesn't have
They're
Twitter?
very sophisticated.
Esty, I have Twitter. Can you please give my Twitter thing? Hashtag just enough Heshy, and we're not ISIS.
Oh my gosh, it's so
So wait a
funny.
minute,
It's great. You can see everything they're doing.
Listen to me, the threats were posted on a programming website shared on Twitter. Warning, your virtual war on us will cause a real war on you. You started this failed war. We told you in the beginning it's not your war, but you didn't get it. But ISIS did not threaten Facebook.
They shut them down?
Yeah, they didn't shut them down also a couple times.
I know.
They open up, really, you can open up another account.
Just don't call it
I'll
ISIS.
tell you the truth. It
Call it
sounds
ice
like
cream.
when I was in 9th grade. It's me yelling at the teachers.
Yeah, but Twitter is not making a big profit while Facebook is making a big profit, so they don't want to touch Facebook.
So
right?
yeah, if they switch the name to ice cream instead of ISIS, I'm pretty sure they'd allow it. Just the idea.
Okay, Esty. Okay, so anyway, so that's my story.
Okay, I'm glad
on
it's
ISIS.
a big joke for everybody, ISIS.
So, yeah.
And you can sit down probably with Obama
Is
and
it-
laugh all about
We
it.
could laugh, but we see once we got rid of Bin Laden, you were able. Al Oscar, whatever. What was the name of his organization? Bin Laden.
Al Qaeda.
Al Qaeda. Isn't that dead now? Already by now? Is that
No,
over?
no, all they have, it's like an octopus. But except each thing that comes out is really its own thing. It's not
yeah.
the same exactly,
Ah.
but they have the same core.
It's like those snakes that grow extra heads.
Yeah.
Sort of.
or,
Is it okay if I give out the number for people to call
What's
in
her name?
and tell me
Margaret
what
Cho?
costume they're wearing? That's
Is that
very exciting to
Margaret
me.
Cho?
Oh, what?
Margaret Cho.
Margaret Cho.
Isn't it some Chinese comedian lady?
Yeah. Margaret
Well,
Cho. Yeah.
I don't want to tell you what I was doing last night, but I was watching some of her stuff on YouTube.
Very funny. Very funny. But you have a problem with that. She's gay, so we can't talk
She's
about
bi.
her. She's bi,
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
okay, right?
but
Sure.
gay because
This is one I never
you
got.
know. You know what? Our
You know
men-
what bi means?
Yes.
Bi means you're just very horny. You'll fuck
Okay,
out,
okay,
and you'll do
okay,
anything.
okay.
Oh,
But,
Jesus.
hello, Neil. I have a question for you. Do you know that the mayor is not going to march in the St. Patrick's Day parade?
He's not
He's
again.
not again because of they won't allow the gays to march with them.
What?
But didn't he march just now?
Isn't it legal to marry
in
it?
some
I
other?
think it's a different kind of a parade. It wasn't the official parade that goes on
but,
TV.
but I don't think they also allow
Right. This is what I want to say.
LGBT.
I never understood.
I think they do.
Let me
I
ask you
think they
this.
do.
If someone is bi, right, it doesn't make sense to me if you're bi to marry the same gender. Because if it's possible for you to marry the other gender because it doesn't so much make a difference, wouldn't it be your best interest because you can have kids? People won't look at you strange. They won't judge your kids. Like, if you have a choice, why wouldn't you choose the option that's considered more normal?
Maybe a lot of them do
I just
marry women and they have live-in boyfriends.
Okay.
So you're saying they're not monogamous?
Okay, we're not going to talk about this.
Why not?
This is the monogamous.
Because gay is, we were told to stay away from the gay issue.
Community told
The
you.
community told me I was called. They don't like when we talk
they
about
don't
it.
harass.
But it's not up to them.
Oh,
It's not up to them. Everything needs to be discussed.
Do you know that? Do you know that your friend Zev Brenner tried to shut down our show?
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Oh no!
Yeah,
I can't
he
believe
made
it. I've been
calls.
listening to the guy for 42 years.
I know.
He's
He
great.
made calls to shut us down.
I don't believe it.
I'm telling you,
he's great.
people
He's
complain
got the best.
I don't understand
interviewers out
it.
there.
So if
He
people,
really does.
I like
Wait,
it. I
wait.
work for him. You know,
I don't get
work
it.
for him.
People who listen to the show are people who are educated people of the world who want to know what's out there, yet they don't want you to talk about certain topics. How does that make sense?
Well, no, people
Well,
discuss
there's
our
a
topics.
lot of topics that they want to know more about.
Well,
but
either you
not
want
this.
no. If you want to know things, you have to be in the know about everything. You can't just pick and choose. Then
Sure,
don't,
I can.
Okay,
If
but
you're
then
gonna
don't
start
listen.
talking about cars
That's
now,
fine. But
I'm
then
not interested in hearing you.
right. But then don't listen to the
I
radio.
want to know about
The
cars.
radio is adult content. So if you don't want to, go to
This
some
show,
sort of.
no, this show is adult content.
In general, most
We don't
radios
even have
are.
adults in the room.
Yeah.
So what kind of
The
adults
thing is,
are-
most radio shows are adult content. So if you're going to listen to a talk show and you don't want to hear certain things, why are you on the radio? It's like the TV has such bad things on it.
Listen,
Don't have a
do
TV.
you know about Sirius? You know Sirius.
Serious radio.
Yeah.
Serious
Do
XM.
you know
I have
how
that in
it
my car.
works? I have it in the car.
Right, it's cool.
But how does it work? I found something, but I have to go through each station.
Right.
There's no list. There's no menu or something.
But I don't know.
I'm having a hard time.
Me
So,
too.
yes,
I don't know how to
um,
program, and I have to go to the comedy channel and then the 80s station. Very complicated. I have to keep
It
pushing
is
the button.
complicated.
So-
Hey, where is the 70s and 80s station?
6 is the 60s, 7 is the 70s, 8 is the 80s. That's my station. 9 is the 90s, and
in
so
the
on.
single digit?
The single digit, yeah,
Wow.
very cool. The
Okay.
8, that channel 8 is very good, and the
Okay, I
comedy
like 70s
and the
stuff.
comedy is in the 90s, 94, 95, 96. Very bad
So,
the comedy, and I don't listen to
Good
it.
comedy?
I want you people
But
to
is
know
it funny?
some of it is funny, some of it is
Because
not.
what? Dirt is not always good.
Right.
You know?
So-
some of it is clean, funny stuff, not like Jeffrey stuff. You know,
Not like
Jeffrey, a local resident comedian who hasn't showed up in a couple months.
Yeah, he's currently unemployment.
Yes.
Yeah.
He called me today, and he had some personal issues with his uncle, but he's.
It's all working out.
I asked him to make a joke. He couldn't make a joke on the phone. I said, "Come on, Jeff."
So yeah, I would like to give out the number and ask
To
that
where?
to call us, and I would want to know first off what costume you're wearing. If you're dressing up, cool costume,
Or just suggest
And
a costume for us.
or suggest a costume for Neil.
Okay,
And
good. Suggest a costume for me.
also, I want to know who these people are that have a problem with us talking about gay people on a radio show that's adult content. I'm just curious if anyone has this problem.
Let
Let me give out the
There's a
number.
lot of issues.
I understand. Let me give out the number, see if anyone has a problem. So the number here to call is 718-303-9090. Again, this is the Justin F. Heshy Show. We're on from 7 to 9 p.m. Monday and Tuesday. You can call in at 718-303-9090.
And we're streaming live on YouTube.
We are.
And if you want to talk about Netanyahu,
I was going to get
or
to that.
Putin, or
Right.
Obama,
Wow, you got a
or
lot of
our Democratic Congress people, or any of that you want to discuss, my mind is ready for
Do you know that
baby.
Feinstein?
303-9090.
718-303. You know, Senator Feinstein, she went on, you're going to like
But she's going to show up, she said.
She said,
she's going.
but you know what she writes?
She says
She
one
says-
nasty sentence.
No, she says,
Yeah.
no, he doesn't, Netanyahu, he
Represent.
doesn't speak for me.
Right.
I'm a Jew, and he doesn't speak for me. What kind of a
Right.
Jew is she anyway?
Wait, hey, she's a Jew. She's a Jew.
Yeah.
There's nothing you can change
Really?
about
Yeah, you
that.
can't ever
Sure.
not be a Jew. Your mother's
Either
Jewish.
you're
It's
Jewish or you're
sealed.
not. That's it.
You know, you could be a Christian,
No,
you could be a
could
Muslim.
be a Christian
but
if you want,
but
but
if
if
you
you
don't-
were born a Jew, you were born a Jew.
Yeah, but you have to
We don't ever let you go.
You have to
That's
act
right.
like a Jew.
That's
You have to
right.
act like a Christian.
No, you
have to
don't.
act- yes,
No, you
Yes,
don't.
you do. I'm
No,
sorry,
you don't.
I'm sorry.
That's what the rabbis in your neighborhood do. They say if you don't act like a Jew, you're not a Jew. So therefore, we can throw things at you, we can curse you, we can do things
like the
like
jerk,
that.
like the jerk of shul. They don't act like a real
I
jerk.
don't know. I never heard of jerk. Or
That's why they're called jerk. They're all jerks and druggies and dumbbells. Really, that's why everybody tells me, Heshy, don't, Uncle Heshy, leave them alone.
Yep.
Don't bother with them anymore. They're all druggies. Really, there's one guy from the lighting company. So I'm like,
What type of druggies? What do they do? Just the
I
salt
don't know.
stuff?
They're druggies, I guess.
So can I go check it out?
Go watch. The synagogue.
No,
right?
I think they actually do drugs. I was told.
Nice.
But I don't
So
know.
I
That's
really
what
wanna
the
check
people
it
tell me.
out.
I didn't see them doing drugs, but they act like they're on drugs, most of them. So
Yeah,
You look at their eyes. You can
I don't know. I don't really care.
that's true.
But Netanyahu is coming into town.
Netanyahu.
And he's coming.
How about Bibi?
Bibi? I'm sorry.
You come
Bibi,
across a lot
Bibi's
better.
coming into town. And
He's in town.
He's
by
in.
the way.
Oh, he's in
here.
town. Right,
Yeah.
him with his wife. I saw the picture, and he's getting up to speak in front of the Republican New Congress there.
I am so proud of that.
But he's
man.
doing it because he's running for office, and he has a
No
tough elec-
way. I want you to know, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart
Yeah.
and the top of my mind,
Yeah.
that person is doing more for the Jewish people than any other Jew did in
Is
the
it the Jewish
last
people
100
or for
years.
Israel?
Jewish people.
Really? Like what?
Yes.
Tell me
We're getting
like what?
special
Tell me-
privileges?
Anyone ask any, just for argument's sake, let's not get into the whole blah, blah, blah of it.
Right.
But ask any Chabad rabbi who's out in Colombia or anywhere or whatever, how he's in touch with the Israeli embassy for that country and the attaché and how they're connected. Okay. And if it was up to me personally, I think, Chabad should start using their places to be American intelligence agencies. They're all over the world. They're all over. They're everywhere, and they know what's going on everywhere. Yeah. Okay. What? You didn't hear what I
I
said?
heard
So
exactly
you're
what you
trying
said.
to,
I heard
it's
that
smart.
you believe that Bibi is the leader of our
Really,
people.
he cares. He understands that he cannot let this Iran slide. He
But my
really
question is,
believes
Obama.
that.
What I heard was
In other
Obama
words, you
says
have
that.
Obama saying, "Hey, let's be friends. We're gonna work it out. Kumbaya. Everybody's gonna be happy."
Hakuna Matata.
Exactly.
Is that the same thing, Kumbaya and Hakuna
I have
Matata?
no clue.
What does Kumbaya mean?
Kumbaya is like we all should hold hands and sing the song Kumbaya. I don't know what's
Do you
Kumbaya.
know the song?
Hug and love each other.
Kumbaya, my
I don't know.
Nobody knows the
I
song.
can't believe they.
Okay, but do you know what Hakuna Matata means?
What is a Hakuna Matata?
You didn't watch The Lion King? It means no worries for the rest of your days.
Isn't that a
It's a problem-free philosophy.
Isn't The Lion King a cartoon?
Is
movie?
that bad? Is that negative?
It's like a baby movie.
It's amazing. I don't care who it's for. And by the way, babies can't understand it, so it must be for
You
adults.
know Chelsea Handler?
I watched the show late at night. I was up late at night. A Jewish girl, very funny, a
She's not
comedian.
on- She's not on anymore.
Oh, she's not on anymore, but I
Yeah.
heard she was very funny. I thought.
Yeah, they had a nice picture of her somewhere. I don't remember where. Over the weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah,
But
guys,
I
She's
laughed.
all right.
I watched the show. It was very
Oh, she
funny
was
for her.
great.
Yeah, she was great.
Because she speaks.
She's right,
like,
and she spoke what she had to speak,
Right.
and she wasn't scared. Like all the texts I'm getting from
they're threatening you
they're
already.
threatening me in the booth already. Shut up and don't bother anybody like Jerko or David Cohn, who's a bad man and stuff like that.
so Heshy,
I'm sorry, I
How
won't
do
do it
you know
again.
these
he's not
people?
there.
People
know
come to
all
me.
these
I
people?
sit there all day, and people call me and complain about different subjects and different rabbis who hurt them or lie to them. It's not only them; it's also
So
the
is
priests.
rabbis.
It's not only rabbis; it's priests too that we have certain issues with. It's not only that; it's regular people on the street who hurt other people.
Do you have these problems with atheists?
Sure,
Sure.
atheists.
I feel like no. You know why? Because
don't care about
atheists
anybody.
don't claim to be holy. That's why they don't say, "Oh, listen." They say, "Oh, there's nothing up there, and I have to be a good person because I do." So they have more to prove, and I feel like atheists are usually good people because if they're bad, it's like, "Oh, because you don't have religion." They have more to prove.
Atheists are bad people.
Uh,
They hate all the people.
Why do we
What?
think they're bad?
They don't
or
hate
good?
people. They
Right.
just don't
Each
believe.
individual's what he
Yeah,
is. I don't know.
as I told you what I learned the other day, I believe everybody has some good in them, no matter if you're a prisoner. no
Why does it matter?
Yeah,
Like
7
atheist is
billion
bad?
people in the
7
world.
billion people in the world.
Wait, what's
Okay,
it? Wait,
so what do you think? Everybody's got.
wait a second.
Everybody's got issues. You see, the
No,
problem.
but everybody has a purpose. Everybody's here for a reason. If you're a believer in the God, you believe He created the world for a purpose. And the Asians and the Indians and the Russians and everybody's here for a purpose.
So Neil, we want to ask you, what is the purpose? I mean, you must have the meaning of life.
Of course, I have.
So, wise.
I will try to do what Rabbi Hillel did and
Ooh.
put it in one sentence.
Oh gosh, stop! Everybody,
He
stop!
says the main thing in life is to love your fellow man like you love yourself.
Right.
That was his. The guy went. He said to him, Rabbi, what's the main thing in life? What could you give me to hold on to? The main core. And he said, love your friend like you love yourself.
Because if you don't love yourself,
Okay. You can never.
you never love anybody.
So let me ask you this: would you hate me if I was an atheist?
I would never hate you, SD, no matter what.
You'd just be like, "Oh, you must be a bad
Why
person."
would there be? You see, I don't understand hate.
What?
Maybe you could see if I lived in a foreign country, I would understand it because they have tribal stuff that goes back millions of years and family stuff. You know, they're very tight in that way. But I wasn't brought up with hate. I don't really, to really hate, I
guess it's
hated
just-
my teacher because why?
No,
Because he
but
bothered me.
It's just a word that's loosely used.
I was born in
Right.
your generation, Neil, and I don't believe you. I grew up with hate. Hate anybody who was not like us. Hate anybody not
It's
part of our
true.
religion. Don't talk to that kid because he's not one of us. Or he has a different color. I mean, my
Yeah.
mother was pretty good. She never had us. That was the one thing about my mother. You can't be prejudiced. Do not say the bad words. And I've taught that to my children as well. Do not say those words about other people. Everybody's the same. But when I grew up with my friends, the words that came out of their mouths,
Wow.
the hate that I
It
grew up
wasn't
with,
real hate.
no,
It was
the
just
teachers,
screwing around.
They weren't.
It was
So yeah,
screwing
I just
around.
for all callers who want to call in, don't do it right now because apparently our producer just stepped out a minute. So I guess call back in a few. I'll give you the number then.
718-303-9090. You can call anyways.
So yeah, what are you gonna say when all the women are dressed like some sort of word that you love using,
Cover.
right? What are you gonna do when they walk around on perm? Because that's that's the purpose of Halloween on perm is you could dress like a slut and no one can
that's
call you that.
unacceptable. No.
What? That's the whole point.
That's not the
Nobody
point.
can consider
It's
you
to
that
dress up-
because
Excuse me, you're supposed to dress up like Queen Esther.
she can be pretty hot if you get the right
Oh,
costume.
gosh.
What are you gonna do? Are you gonna be like, no? So
She
yeah,
was pretty hot.
She
they
was
said.
wasn't she the most beautiful woman in the world then?
yeah. But let me
Something
ask
like
you
that.
this.
At
You know-
least for him.
I saw
But beauty is in the eyes of the beholder.
but I saw a video that they found the grave of Mordecai and
Yeah,
Esther.
they a long time ago.
I can't believe it.
It's
Should we
in,
say-
where is it? Which
Turkey?
Iraq?
Could it be Iraq? No.
Should we say
I
what the
think it's in
story?
Iraq.
Really? I actually saw Jewish words.
In Iraq.
Iraq.
Wait, Heshy, do you think we should say
Wow.
the story of Purim? Do you think people know it even?
Well, my version or the regular version?
The version that's somewhat truer than your version?
I don't know.
I don't know,
We
yeah,
want to give
we-
a story.
we
We
don't
don't
wanna
want
give
to
a
tell
story. We have
stories.
different
Really? He
stories
says
to tell.
he says stories all the time. This one not?
But my stories are funny.
No, but his now
I see.
look like they're new age. He goes back only 40
So what's
years.
gonna
You want to
happen?
go back how many years?
Okay,
2000.
so let me ask you this.
Esther, do you think that Mordecai liked the electric cigarette? Because I think that he was one of the persons that would have liked. the
I don't
electric-
think
Do
he
you
would have
think he
smoked.
was a smoker?
I think, well, for sure, they were all smokers back then. They were all
What were they
smokers.
smoking?
They weren't smoking marijuana, that's for sure. But Esther,
What do you mean that's for sure?
what would the holy Mordecai do if he went to live? Where would he go eat breakfast, Esther?
Did you read
Yeah.
the latest reports on marijuana? What it's doing for people? It's helping them. It's helping them.
I hear it, but I can't believe
It's
it.
helping
I
them. It's
can't-
not for kids to
You keep
screw
bringing
around
this
with.
drug thing
No,
up. There.
I never
The only,
bring it
the
up.
only
I don't
drug,
talk
the only
about
drug
drugs.
that I believe in
Is
is
love.
the drug. Yes.
Wow.
Thank you, Esther. The drug
Wow.
of love.
Okay.
Love yourself.
You could definitely get
Love
drunk
your
on that and do
family.
stupid things.
You
Think
could
about
get,
it.
no, you could
tell
get.
you.
Excuse me.
Love is a drug.
Excuse me.
You get too much of it. You do stupid things. You regret it in the morning. You make phone calls you don't want to. It's just like a drug, like alcohol.
But love is wonderful. That's how the world became a better place, by loving one another. We made
Yes.
things happen because we love to do good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because we
Otherwise,
love
people
to
are
do
ju-
good.
yeah.
Those two brothers right away, the first two brothers in the world, they went to kill each other.
Right.
That's
and we
true.
and we almost
And it hasn't stopped
and we
since.
almost I know. But we're doing better.
And we're trying to do
We're
better.
doing better.
We're
doing
trying to
We're
do
trying
better.
Let me ask you this. So you're going to be the Corva man, right?
Right.
So are you going to...
Uncle Corva.
So why don't you... I feel like you should
You see how the
She
word is
is
flowing?
hot.
You see how I
She
told
is
her?
talking
You see how the
hot.
word is
I'm
flowing?
just accepting you after all this time. I'm trying to fight you.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank you. Yeah, I know. Okay, so let me ask you this: are you gonna like? I feel like you should take along straws or something, and as a Corva man, be like, "Here you go, you're a Corva." I feel like that's so you.
No.
Come on, these women are gonna be dressed in almost nothing.
No,
It's gonna so irritate
I
you.
am going to
We're all
sit-
hitting on them, right? Go on.
Okay, that's Esther, but you didn't say where Mordechai would go eat breakfast.
Oh, so yeah, he probably wouldn't, but he would go to Le Buffet on 55th and 17th Avenue. They do breakfast, lunch, and dinner. This is Le Buffet. They do catering. You can call them at 718-438-7612. We have the
It's
black.
Le Buffet.
Le
Le
Buffet.
Buffet. And I think that is a Persian word, by the way.
Okay, so yeah, we have the black
Not
label.
whatever you
Yeah,
want.
French,
It's one of
Persian, it's
those.
all the same. Who
Okay.
cares?
As long as you put the thing on top of it.
Right, yeah.
So yeah, we have the black label e-cigs, blpremiumesig.com, or you can,
Which Mordechai would be smoking.
of course, if he
Well,
smoked.
Because he likes Mikey.
Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, if you want to call Mikey, you can reach him at 561-239-5941.
How's Mikey and his woman?
Oh, they're going to be married here in May, he tells me. May.
What
Is it
that,
okay
3
if we
months?
If you finish up, if you just talk about where Esther, if she redecorated the palace for Achashverosh, where would she get the permits?
So she would go to Green Line Building Consultants.
Yes, Esther would go, and I had many Esthers that called me to do the permits, plans, violations, lead inspections. They would come if you have a palace or even a small little condo. You could call Green Line Building Solutions, and we will get you to. We'll give you free
they do
consultations. We'll help. Go ahead.
So yeah, 718-871-0382.
We're located in Ballpark on 54th and 16th, and we got restaurants all around us. Le Buffet is not far from us, so
Yeah.
after you finish with us, or before you want to come in and you want to grab a latte or
Yeah.
latte,
Is it okay if we like pause in the middle and pick up a phone call?
go ahead, pick up the phone.
Okay,
Yeah, that's
fine.
what you want to do now?
Go ahead.
Yeah, just yeah. So
Okay, but then
this
I
is
just want to
okay.
add something.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay, so I just want to say this is the Just Enough Heshy
Line
Show.
3.
If you want to call in, you can reach us at 718-303-9090. Hello, Eva. You're on the air.
Hi. I just wanted to tell you, you guys said before Diane Feinstein's Jewish. She is not. She was not born Jewish. As a matter of fact, she went to Catholic school until college. Her mother was Ukrainian Christian.
Wow.
And wait a minute, and she converted to marry. She had 3 Jewish husbands. She converted.
Smart girl.
She did a quickly reform conversion, which was not accepted by most of the rabbis, to marry one of them. One of them insisted. This was in the New York Times either yesterday or on Saturday.
Oh, so she's not Jewish, so it's true. Nathaniel cannot speak for her because she's in fact not
She's
Jewish.
not Jewish. She's not Jewish.
Oh, okay. So
No,
then
but she actually says in the newspaper today that I am a Jew. That's what she actually
just because she
says.
She
represents
can say
herself,
what she
yeah.
wants.
Go read the article. There's more. It was, I don't know if it was today or yesterday or Saturday. I don't remember which day. It specifically states that she went to, or was it on Yeshiva World News? I don't remember where. I read it online. She went, her pre-college education was totally Catholic.
Well, Eva, listen.
That's amazing.
No, but Eva, back in the 20s and 30s and 40s, there was a lot of people who didn't go to yeshivas or couldn't afford it. Regular religious Jews today that I know who I pray with, and they told me they went to public school. And
Excuse me. They went to public
She
school,
said
not
Catholic school,
Catholic school. Big difference.
which you have to
But this
pay
is
for.
amazing. I'm going to say I'm Muslim and represent all Muslim people and say that they want peace. It's great. You don't even have to. You can just say I'm Jewish. Associate with
I'm very
them.
happy. We should all call her office and scream at her, But she still considers if she went through a conversion and she believes she did it correctly. I mean,
No, but think about how she got away with it. She got away with it because she's like, oh, I converted, so technically I'm Jewish, so
But-
now I can
but-
speak for them. But obviously she's not really
Well,
Jewish.
you're wrong.
Like
Do you know-
Seinfeld, like the
It's not-
dentist.
Eva, do you know the state of Israel accepts every Jew as a citizen, and if you convert, even reform,
Really?
and you come with the paperwork,
Excuse me, the state of Israel accepts that a lot of Russian spouses who were a third of the Russian Olim were not Jewish. So forget about what the state of Israel accepts.
right. So, but I'm saying for the modern secular world, they believe that their conversion process through whatever thing it is, it works for them, and it's recognized by the great Bibi.
Okay, but if you're not so
Excuse me,
Jewish, don't.
excuse me, 1 minute.
Yeah.
Yes, true. And that works beautifully until you want to get married in Israel. You won't be able to.
Correct. But what's your opinion on Bibi, anyways, Eva?
Bibi, well, let's put it this way. He's a fabulous politician. He reminds me a lot about Chuck Schumer, who's like a Teflon. Everything slides right off him, and he's usually on the right side.
Wow.
You think Chuck Schumer is usually on the
Oh,
right
you're
side?
you're gonna get it right now, Eva.
Go look at his record.
I see
I
his
didn't
record.
say, wait a minute, excuse me. I'm sorry, I misphrased that. I should have said the winning side.
Oh, yeah, big deal. That doesn't mean anything.
Right.
Okay, no, he's not on the right side. He's usually, when I see him go for someone, it's usually that person's winning.
Right.
He's going,
We have a lot of politicians like that. Like, for example, I personally went
Because
to
they're vicious.
I personally went to meetings. There was a guy, Rabbi Niederman, who worked on this thing with the Mohels. You heard about this story with the
oh, yeah.
Okay, so Niederman and a lot of people, and I personally was at 3 or 4 different meetings, and we all argued on how to go about it. All of a sudden, now that the health department says, you know what, Neil, it just happened now. The health department specifically says, you know what, we're going to stop this stupid law that this retard Bloomberg came out with, who I hate so much. And he I don't believe Bloomberg's a Jew, but anyways, he came out with this.
As a matter of fact, yes, he is a Jew.
I know he's a Jew, but he's not considered in my eyes a Jew.
In
He
my
tried to
eyes,
stop
he's
anybody who tried to take away somebody's religious freedom of the Mohels and make new rules and regulations to it.
No new rules.
Anyways, now the health department and our great mayor stopped this stupidity of making the Mohels getting these signatures.
Our great mayor.
They should be tested. I agree. But wait a minute, but this one thing, they should be tested, the Mohels. You know who gets up? Greenfeld gets on the paper the other day. Oh, it's a great thing. Mr. Greenfeld, where were you defending and screaming all along? You got up in the beginning and he was nowhere to, don't tell me he was not in any of our meetings. He did not go to meet with any of the people that were fighting the law. He did not get involved. I did not hear him for the last 6 months open his mouth and defend and say, let's get up in the city council. Yes, I heard him get up and scream about Israel. Wait a minute, if I heard him, I personally heard him get up and scream about Israel. I never heard him get up in the last 6 months and argue this or get up on the TV, him and Heike, and scream over and over again, stop this, stop this, stop this. No. Yeah, I know. I was at those meetings. I personally take credit.
Okay, enough.
Okay, I got radio programs.
Yeah.
He's on the radio. He had mentioned that quite a few times.
Okay, excuse me here. I want to understand something. We are believing that the whole circumcision thing that Bloomberg put into place. See, you're going to the side that he puts a problem out there. He didn't put a problem. There are many rabbis from the olden days. Okay, and I did my homework on this at the time because you have a lot of Moalim that do use a different method than their math. Yes,
and that's perfectly fine. But this other way is bad.
Glass, whatever.
Kids can die from it.
Right, and if there's no, you have to let me finish. And we all know the bottom line is in our religion, if there's even a hair's worth of chance that someone might die from what you're doing, you're not allowed to do it. That's a fact. Okay?
Yes. Okay.
But what?
Bloomberg did one thing. I called the mayor, Mayor Bloomberg, up while he was mayor, on one of his call-in shows and asked him why wasn't the study ever made? How many males who are not circumcised by a mohel get herpes? I got dead silence, no answer. They don't know. What do you mean you don't know? So how could you say there's more with a...
Right.
It doesn't matter.
No, she's right.
More or less.
No. She's right. Excuse me. I read a report that there are a lot of people in the hospital, a lot of kids in the hospital get herpes, or they're born, or something of that nature. It doesn't. Right. I read a report. I promise you.
Right.
So let's increase the chances.
One minute. So are you telling me now that you believe that no child ever got herpes from a mohel?
Of course, excuse me, one thing, there are no absolute.
No. We're talking now something about pekuach nefesh.
Wow,
okay?
Wow, he's using some Jewish words.
No, if you want to play the game, you got to know your information. Now, again, if there was one chance in a trillion that a child will die from it, you're not allowed to do it.
Wow.
No, there's no O. There's no O.
Yes, there is. I don't think so, because the way to go about it is not to say you're doing the procedure wrong, test the morals.
I agree. That's right. We
But
should
why
test
is
the
it so
morals.
Whatever you have
important?
to
Eva,
do.
she's right.
Why is it so important to do it this way?
No, because if you
It
test,
has to be done this way. There's no other way to do it.
Can I ask you a question?
It's a sickness. They
Esther,
believe if you change
Esther,
anything that was done from 100 years ago or 500
You
years
have to
ago,
change the
make
times.
any change.
Try
In other
3,000.
words, this woman doesn't understand
Excuse
that
me,
the
Neil.
Chassam Sofer was 150 years ago. He writes in his book about using a glass for suction instead of doing it directly. They knew about this already.
Really?
It's not like, oh, these guys came up now, oh, they're, schmodding or they're delegitimizing Jewish ritual. Just because a chassid or somebody else wants to do something to the extreme doesn't mean we have to let them. It doesn't mean they were right. Like the famous woman, they asked her, hey, how come every week when you bake your meat or your challah, you cut off the end of it? Every week you cut off the end. And she says, I don't know, that's what my mother used to do. So my mother had a small pan. It didn't all fit in. This lady had a big pan.
It's true. There are stories. There are stories like that.
So that's what I'm saying. A lot of times, people want to make minhagim and different things
I don't
into
agree with
this.
you here.
You don't
This
have
is
to
the way
agree.
it was
I don't
done.
agree with him either, Eva.
Okay, let's hear what Eva. What talk?
I'm sorry. This was done for 3,000 years, basically. Since Abraham. Okay? Why change it?
Because we didn't have herpes back then.
Sure,
we did.
How do you know? How do you know?
Right, and if we did, they didn't know about it, so they didn't know there was a risk to the child, so there wasn't a problem back then.
Excuse me. The solution is not to change the ritual. The solution is to test the moral.
But if it's perfectly
What
kosher
she's
both ways.
saying, change the ritual. There are two ways to do the ritual.
Excuse me. There are a million ways of every sect of the Sephardim Ashkenazim do not do anything the same. So you can't tell me, there are more than one way. Fine, you do it your way. That's okay. I'm not going to argue with that.
Right, she's right.
But,
you do whatever you want to do, but if we want to do it our way, that's been handed down from my father, my
Don't come
grandfather.
crying to me when your kid is dead.
No, but I'm
Don't come
Oh,
crying
no,
when your kid is dead.
I have a solution. Like she says, test them all like a rabbi.
So why aren't they tested?
Because you can't falsify tests. No one's going to go for it.
Why don't they test
I
it?
have a question for you. The Bible, the Torah, the Quran, all of this has been handed down for thousands of years.
Yeah.
Now,
No, excuse me. I'll change that. The Quran is not so bad.
whatever, a couple of 100 years makes no difference. The point is that the teachings are pretty much to be taught to our children the same way. Now you come to a point that, hey, some of these teachers are no good. Test them. Make sure that they're mentally stable when they teach your children. Make sure that they don't hurt your children.
Well, it's way more difficult.
You don't change the books to fit the teachers. You teach the teachers to teach.
It's way more difficult to control people than to just change an act that's completely kosher both ways. Why not do it a healthier way?
In the Bible, anything about the suction. Okay?
I really cannot answer that because I never really learned the laws properly.
No,
Okay?
I'm talking about the actual Bible, not the commentary, not the.
Wait a minute. The Bible has two parts, Torah Shebiksav and Torah Shebiksav.
That's what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm talking about. The first one.
The oral law is equal to the written law.
Oh,
The
come
written
on. No. That's what they teach you in school. That's what they teach you in school. That's not the real halachic understanding of life. No, it isn't. No, it isn't. And that's why, one minute. And that's why when you have to do something on Shabbos and it's not one of the written laws, it's an oral law, there are much more leniencies on how to do it. Okay, so there is a difference. Oh, it's not true? It's not true what I just said?
No, you are like you're a rabbinic law that is not from the Bible, not from the oral or written, but a rabbinic law that was made later in the last 1,500 years. That's what you're talking about.
No, I know.
Oh
Something
yeah.
written in the Talmud is not the same like that's considered oral law, and it is not
See,
the same like the written law of the Bible.
Right, that's not disputable.
that is that is heresy. You
No,
are,
it isn't.
wait,
Ooh.
No, it isn't. Check it out.
one minute, there is a sect in Israel, 1 minute, called the Karaim, okay? The Tzedokim, you ever heard of the Sadducees?
I heard it at Sadukim.
Yeah.
Tzedokim, okay? They only believed in the law and the written law.
Right.
They said exactly what you did.
No, I didn't say that.
He didn't say that.
No,
He did not say
you
that.
didn't listen. You're pushing the envelope. I said there is a difference between the two.
No, there isn't.
No, you're taught there's no difference as far as how you have to do whatever it is the same way. But in the reality, it's made up of a different content, so to speak.
No
And
way.
I'm telling you, go check it out.
Okay, fine. Do you hear films? Let me ask you a very simple question. You hear films?
Only one pair at a time.
Well, the tefillin is a phylacteries. Let me just explain to you.
Wait a minute. Let me.
It's a ritual that a man does when he becomes 13 years old.
When he
A man,
prays.
Right.
when he prays. Go
Where
ahead.
do you put them on? Where do you put it on your head?
On
On your forehead, on the front of your head, on the top of your head, really. But
Okay. What does it say? With our top of it says in the written
Wow.
Bible.
I'm
between
getting
your
to it
eyes.
today.
Right.
How come you're not doing it like that if you're saying it's not the same thing?
Right. Because, again, you're not listening.
He's saying he listens to
He's
both,
saying
but it's just
No.
to-
But if you
right.
if it says in the written Bible and you're saying it's not the same, you're saying it is not the same to the.
It's not the
Doesn't have
same
the same
level. It doesn't reach the
So
same
why
level.
don't-
If God comes to tell me something, it doesn't reach the same level of Rabbi Hillel or Rabbi Shammai or whatever,
Wait a minute.
because they both have explanations on how to understand it. And we know as the religious Jewish people know that there are 70 ways to interpret whatever's written in the Torah,
No,
not
that's
just
not
what
true.
it says in the Talmud.
That is the 70. You got the 70. Oh, please, you are mixing things up.
Oh yeah.
Let me ask you
Yeah,
this:
yeah.
if you have to choose
I'm
between,
mixing things up.
We're gonna go. We're gonna have to take a break in a minute. But go ahead, Eva. Finish your comment, Esther, to her.
so
Okay,
yeah,
I just want to say, if you say that the God's talking to you, then your tears belong between your eyes, because that's what God said. The rabbis explained that is not the proper place. So you are putting more weight on what the Talmud says than what it says in the Bible.
Not
Why?
at all. Not at
let
all.
me ask you this: if you
All I'm doing is using the Talmud as a dictionary to understand the Bible.
That's true.
And the
That's all.
Tzaddikim do not do
That's
that.
all I'm doing. And,
Yeah,
and-
also-
and that's why when something is mentioned in the Talmud and it is not mentioned at all in the Bible, in other words, they learn it from something else from somewhere else, so it's once or twice removed from the Bible. So therefore, I'm letting you know, and that's again why my Shabbos example came into play,
I
that
have a quick question.
Before we go, I'd like you to stay on the line, Esther. We're going, Esther. We're going to.
This is important. How many commandments are there in the Torah? 613, right?
okay,
Yes.
so
One minute, guys. Everybody has to stop. Everybody has to stop.
No.
Wait. We have to stop. We're going to identification. So we're going to be shut off
can
anyway.
you wait on hold a
Hey,
minute?
Eva, stay on hold with us. We want to continue talking to you. We like you so much. And you're putting Neil in his place. And I want to just give a quote before we go to
putting
identification.
Neil in his place, that's what makes him
No,
happy.
I love you. Responsibility. One's philosophy is not best expressed in words. It is expressed in the choices one makes, Eva. And the choices we make are ultimately our responsibility. You're all listening to the Just Enough Heshy Show. We're going to a station identification. Stay tuned. Eva is going to scream a little bit more at us. Thank you. And what else should I say? Just Enough Heshy, 718-303-9090. We'll be right back.
consequence between a rabbinic prohibition and a biblical prohibition is just who pushes you in.
Who pushes you in? I'm not fully getting it.
Okay, you're gonna go. I don't know.
Oh, either way.
Thank you. That was very good.
Wait, is there anything else you wanted to say?
That sounded so
No, I think
loving.
that's it.
Sure,
I love
sure,
your show.
sure. Thank you. That's what I wanted to hear. You love our show, and a blacksmith. That means you're going to have a horse with you as
I
well.
don't even know if people will recognize what a blacksmith is.
Yeah, what's your costume?
I'll have a horseshoe. I won't have a horse. But, a big brown suede apron and some coal on my face and hands. That's basically it.
Well, sure. All you have to do is go to Dipmas Avenue at McDonald. There's a place called Jerker. They're all horses there. You can have a horse there.
I used to go wear morning Seder jerk because you can smoke in there.
At least it's good for some.
Smoke what, sure.
Oh no, we're talking tobacco.
Okay, so that was a good call. Thank you, sure. You're wonderful. Happy holidays, happy Purim, and look out for me and my costume.
Yeah.
And you better take Norman because he's going to kill you.
Yes,
And then
okay.
we'll go, Norman!
Hold on, this is the Justin F. Heshy Show. If you'd like to call in, you can reach us at 718-303-9090.
And also, the next caller that calls gets one of Yossi Lefkowitz's free training
deals.
sessions.
It's worth $150.
It's worth $150. So call up and Abe will give you a code and you'll be able to use it. And we want you to enjoy it and get into shape. Go ahead.
That's great. That is the best
Hey,
thing
Norman,
you can
what's
do for
up?
the Jewish community.
Norman, hello.
Hello, everyone.
What is your costume for Purim before you start?
What, say that again?
What is your costume? What are you dressing up as?
I'm dressing up as God.
Oh, God.
What does he look like?
I thought he'd dress up as a tube.
Well, do you think God's a man or a woman?
Oh, I always thought God looked like a guy with a black hat and a black suit.
Okay,
I don't know why.
guys,
Just sitting in the
Clothing?
sky.
I don't want Zev Brennan to comment on this. Please stop it.
I was a
He's
kid.
going to kill us.
Wait, no, I was a kid. I didn't know. I thought God had a black hat and a black jacket and black pants, and he was like with a bow tie, very classy,
think
like
that
just
was
sitting in
your
the
father.
sky.
That was your father, Esther. That was your
Actually, that's the Country Yossi picture on
Oh.
the CD. That's what I thought God looked like.
Norman, how was your weekend?
It was very, very good.
Good,
Very
good.
good.
Did you do
I had
any
a very-
good?
wow.
Did you do any good for the world?
Oh, absolutely not.
Oh.
You know what? I have a slingshot, and I live on the 6th floor.
No, don't tell us. I don't want to know.
I
I don't want to know, Norman.
I want to know. Go
It's
on.
terrible.
Yeah, and
I can't talk about it.
no, don't listen to that shit. It's very
listen,
interesting.
I think it's censorship. Are you censoring me?
No,
we don't censor
Well,
anybody.
listen. I really feel bad that there's some lunatic out there trying to censor your show because you're bringing up a subject that they don't like. So let them just change the dial.
Yeah,
And if you gave in to them, you're a fool.
right.
Well,
And then
I'm
I
not
can't-
giving in to them.
then
Wait, but what do you do with the slingshot? I'm still curious.
Oh,
No,
God.
Stop. Leave him alone.
He's joking.
He's joking
He's
around.
a good man.
That's
Norman's a
right.
good. I heard good things about Norman.
Oh, I just thought it was a joke. Oh
That's
well.
because I pay people to tell you good things.
I'm still waiting on the report.
No, you know what, Neil? I'm very proud of you because you stood up to the rabbi when he put down Sesame Street. You stood up for Ernie and Bert
That's
Aw.
right.
and
They're
for
friendly.
the Cookie Monster.
Hey,
I mean, that's why if I was in a war, I'd want you in the foxhole with me.
Me too. I promise you that I would. You don't know Neil. He stands behind you like a solid piece of rock.
Yeah,
And
because, I don't think that Neil. I think he has. Besides, I don't know what the hell your conversation was the last 20 minutes, and I want to know.
I didn't either, honestly.
That's one thing. You see, if you're an atheist, you don't have to have arguments with your friends over some technicality of nonsense.
One pro.
It's just crazy stuff, And listen, I mean, I really like your show. I want to make some comments about it. So, like last time, your last show that you did, there were too many people on the show at the same time.
we figured that out, Norman. We figured.
I'm just listen.
Even though tomorrow we're going to have a district leader. Yeah, we are going to have. I got to get a politician on.
Listen, and first of all, I like Gary very much, and you've had him on 3 times already.
3 times? I thought 2 times.
I thought it was twice, yeah.
Well, one night I'm starting to get old, and
Okay, well, maybe it was 3 times. Oh no, but I liked him. Go ahead.
no, yeah, but you never let him talk.
Well, that's
It was too many people.
right.
No, but listen, I think Gary has a lot of information to give
Yeah,
your
tons.
listeners.
But he doesn't know how to give it out
Right.
in a.
Well, but listen, if
thought it was good.
everybody interjects and makes an opinion, and then next thing you're on another subject.
no, but he
Gary-
can't go on a monologue
Right.
for 5 minutes.
This is
It's
only.
just-
We only have. We're not.
we
like-
all have ADHD here.
That's
We
right.
can't.
and
Well,
we
you know
all
what?
need
Listen,
therapy,
no,
except for
listen.
me. Except for me.
Mostly him.
First of all, Esty doesn't have that problem. It's just you two. So if
Wow.
Wait, you're
Well,
saying I don't have
listen,
ADD? That's crazy.
Did he just
Listen,
insult us, Neil?
listen,
No.
she doesn't have it, but she smokes, and you guys don't.
What?
Electric cigarette.
Listen, you smoke. I'm not talking about cigarettes. That's nonsense. You should give.
What about? Did you see
listen,
that the OU is going to give its dues on the edibles made by a certain company?
No, wait. Say that again.
The OU.
That's good. They're gonna
That's
make
a kosher certification
for certain brownies. They're gonna make it kosher.
for kosher food.
For kosher.
Yeah,
for-
you've never seen that?
No, but I think that the whole religious Jewish community should have a smoke-in and get their head straightened out.
It's true. When you smoke,
Yeah.
you're at peace with the world. You love
That's
everyone.
right.
Weed makes people love people. It
Well,
doesn't matter if we're not fully
there
in
are
our
many people
brain.
that I feel like their
Listen.
brain should just be put
Listen.
into a gallon of gas and just cleaned out.
Certain people, if you take weed, oh my gosh, their brains, they'll be
We can
open-minded,
never
they'll
get
be
off
chilled.
this. Anyways, Norman.
Wait. I just want to ask one thing.
Listen, Neil,
Yeah.
you would love it because it's just opening up another door to your mind that you never knew existed.
That's what I say.
It's going to take you to different levels, and you're going to see how smart you become. It's just like once you know the truth, then you know everything else is ridiculous.
Norman, I have a question for you.
I don't know if I really want to open so many doors.
Norman, can I ask you a question? Have you been on a plane lately?
No.
When was the last time you were on a plane?
I had a bad trip once, so
Okay,
I thought,
do you take car service?
yes, I do.
Okay, so now would you like the driver of your car service to be stoned on marijuana while he's driving you around?
I don't care.
Me too.
Listen, if he's a capable driver, he's just going to be more aware of his surroundings.
That's true. I drive so well high. I can park like this.
Esther, stop right
Okay.
now. We don't want to hear that. Not on the radio.
Yeah, listen, that's because you don't want to believe the truth. And when the truth is found to be lies, then all within you dies.
You got to convince Heshy. Neil will be fine.
know what,
More.
Heshy,
Wait, hold on.
listen,
I just want to say one thing though, Cassie. So my favorite Sesame Street characters, we were talking about that, is Oscar the Grouch and Cookie Monster. Do you have a favorite?
You know what? I think the show was genius, and I think
You don't have a favorite character?
no, I think that they're all just great.
No, my favorite character is Kermit the Frog. He was the coolest.
and listen-
He was like Uncle Heshy, the
Yeah.
leader.
No, but that's what I don't like about the whole institution that we have now. You know, it's all dogma, and nobody wants to, accept Chabad. They
listen,
innovate.
you know what? Listen, all the kids learn before they go to school from Sesame Street. Now, as they get older, and instead of sending them to school, elevate the knowledge because they're enjoying Sesame Street. You don't need teachers. Just let the Cookie Monster teach them string physics.
It's not good to watch on a screen.
No.
And-
No,
and-
they do have classes.
But listen, kids love to learn. It's just when they get to the unpleasantries of school
Right.
and they get turned off.
I hated school.
Yeah.
So did I.
Anyways, I had a great time in school because I just
I didn't say I didn't have a good time. I hated the whole authoritarian, no reason,
That's why
no reasoning.
That's why you have guys like Uncle Heshy who fight the rabbis, who fight the teachers, who fight the system,
Yeah, but
and
you
help
know
his
what?
fellow man.
You say things that upset me. You make disparaging remarks against women. you just said something about atheists that I have no idea what the hell you said. You say things about gay people.
I never said no. Hold on. I never said anything bad about gay people.
No, you said that maybe they shouldn't be married or something like
No, I
that.
said they should not be. Don't need a marriage certificate. They don't have to be. They don't have. They should find their own thing, and they do. They have a civil union. Listen to me. If you don't believe, especially a guy like you, Norman, who does not believe in God, God created the marriage. That's what we 95% of the world state. The marriage ceremony was created by religion. The civil union.
Listen. You don't belong in the sex lives of two consenting adults.
I don't, and I don't really care what they do.
It's just saying that marriage
do
is
whatever
man
they
and
want.
wife.
Marriage is man and wife. If you want to have a gay couple, no problem. Go out and get yourself a civil union certificate. You don't need the word marriage
because
certificate.
marriage is a religious thing,
Marriage
and
is
the
a
religious
religious thing.
doesn't.
Either you're going to follow the religion or you're not going to follow the religion. Make up your mind.
Well, listen, there's a lot of things about religion that are ridiculous, just totally ridiculous.
Anyways, Norman,
and who follows all religion anyway? Nobody follows everything.
Yeah, well, you know what? There are people that just need to ask their minister or their priest or their rabbi, what's the next move I should make in life, instead of thinking for themselves. It's a control game.
It really is. It really is.
Norman, you are wonderful tonight, Norman.
And from what I understand, it's a very good business.
Anyways,
of course it is.
Norman,
Good.
we love you. Have a good. I do. I happen to love you, Norman.
No,
I do too, and I barely love
Hey,
people.
listen, I'm only kidding, but listen, stop smoking all those cigarettes or crazy stuff you put in you, both of you.
No problem.
You know, I really, listen, and you can't get so upset at times, Heshy, and start going crazy and screaming. It's not
That's
good
Uncle
for your
Heshy.
health.
It's Uncle Heshy, baby, for you. Listen to me. But you know what, Norman? I don't belong on this planet if I'm not a defender of the weak, if I'm not a lover of the poor, and a lover of my fellow human. And when I see something wrong, I will get up, because when I go to the Almighty in heaven, and I know you don't believe it, and I stand before the heavenly court, I will say, listen to me. I was put on this planet for a purpose. I was born to do good, and if I'm not going to do it, I don't want to be here. And I'm telling you now, that's what I need. I don't
Seems
need
like
anything.
a pointless life.
Anyways, Norman, I love you. Have a good night, and we'll talk to you again tomorrow.
Good night.
So yeah,
right.
I don't even know where I'm at.
Good.
Oh,
Good night, everybody.
good night.
We're going to do a commercial? No.
Yeah, we could do a commercial, but honestly, this is what I think. That I always wonder, even if God didn't exist, I think my lifestyle is good. If we had no holidays, we would just have complete work all the time. If we didn't have a Sabbath, I'd have to work on Saturdays too. So even if God doesn't exist, I feel like the good parts of the religion are so useful. Why not?
It's standing up now. Anyways, I guess we'll take some calls. Let's make some people happy. Take a call.
Okay, so yeah, this is the Justin F. Heshy
Is the
Show.
producer pushing any buttons? Do we have to pick up any lines?
Yeah, we're on Monday and Tuesday from 7 to 9 p.m. You can call in at 718-303-9090. You can reach us on Facebook and Twitter at hashtag JustinFHeshy. If you'd like to advertise with us, you can go to justinfheshy@gmail.com. Do you want me to do the advertisement?
No, pick up your phone. You don't care about money.
That's
much.
true.
You don't care about my
I want to know
So,
if
yeah.
Estes
Your
gonna
father's
get
got a lot of money.
smashed.
I see. Hello, you're on the air with Uncle Heshy.
Yes, hello. I'm not Jewish, but actually, I think all of us are Jewish on a level. I'm not. I have a Christian background, but where did that come from? You see what I'm saying? There's no way that I mean I would not go to Israel and get married as a Jewish person as Dianne Feinstein might. By the way, Dianne Feinstein, I used to live in San Francisco, and she came to my home when I was having my house opening. And the thing was, I had gone through a situation where the police department out there I'm a blind person. My name is Patty.
Hey, Patty, how are you?
Hi, how are you guys? Yeah, really, I'm starting off so much to tell you, and then I'm not even telling you really. You're talking to Patty in Manhattan, and I'm a blind person, and I went through a situation
that women know about. I don't need to say anything else. A person broke into my home and had their way, and we put them in prison. I'm the first person in San Francisco history to put someone in San Quentin with voice identification.
Wow.
Wow.
Yes.
Good for you, Patty.
He
Good for you.
actually confessed because he had to. The jury didn't know he was a serial one of those.
Wow.
But I don't suffer anything from that because
I am so proud. I know you're probably older, but when people stand up and get bad people put away, I'm so proud.
I am too. Because
it's like
you
did such a huge contribution to the world because now this guy can't do it to anyone else.
That's exactly right. And the worst day really of I've had one or two others, but one of the worst days of my life was the day after that happened because I knew he was still out there. Wow. And I hadn't had a chance. And the weird thing about it is he came back the next night and he cornered me in a situation and I talked him down, and then I went in and called the police, and the police came running because they thought he was up to his tricks.
You're very courageous.
And thank you. And we got him. And I hope that the prisoners got him, because I know in the prison system, someone who does something like this to a blind person is on the lowest.
Yeah, and they really get beaten up there. It's not nice that we care, like we get satisfaction from it, but yeah.
Yeah. So in any case, but I don't know why I got into this, but the real reason I called is now wait a minute, I can't remember. Oh, how did I get into that? How did I start out?
That's okay, Patty. We're talking about religion, but Patty, my question to you is, were you born blind?
Basically, I was a preemie. So I had too much oxygen administered to me. I was born in the 50s, and in that day and age, they didn't use free moving air. They used oxygen, pure oxygen, and that burns your retina out.
Wow.
Yeah. So I had light perception for a while when I was a little girl. But
that doesn't have to define you, though.
No, I'm sure.
Hi, I'm Patty. I'm blind. That's not you. That's not who you are.
Patty, do you have a seeing eye dog?
Yeah, I do. And I'll tell you what, he is. I've had 5 of them. And they're all different, and they're all wonderful.
They are wonderful. I've seen them. They are miracles that God gave us.
Miracle.
Wait, so what did you want to say about religion, though? Christianity and you're all Jewish.
Yeah. Jesus was a Jew, and actually, I don't know where all these churches came up with all their ideas. Do you know there are like thousands of denominations in the Christian? None of them believe the same thing. and yet in Jewish religion, you guys keep it pretty much together. There's the Hasidics and so forth. But basically, that I wanted also to say, I know in the Bible there is the word about circumcision, and that circumcision is prescribed by God, and it is to be done in a certain way by God's
Why
command.
can't you just get us born without it? Like, why do you have to make us do this process?
Well, Patty, I am very proud of you, Patty. You're very intelligent, and you are just a delicious thing to listen to right now.
Yeah.
This is God's command. I don't care what religion you are. If you serve our God, we serve the same God. Yes. And I don't know what this Trinity and all that's about. But to me, God is God. God is not, what does he look like? God doesn't look like anything we know.
I know.
There is nothing that God
I was a kid. I didn't know. I thought he was the man in black.
I know that. And maybe it helped as a kid
to vision him,
to make an
image.
But like I get it all the time. Like, what do you think grass looks like? Or what do you think? I don't think what grass looks like. I don't know what the blue sky looks like. I have no conception of what a man. Do you want to feel my face? No. That doesn't tell me anything except that I'm feeling your face. You know,
Wow.
none of this stuff tells me anything. Do you wish you knew about color? No, I have.
You
no
don't know what you're missing, so it
conception.
doesn't hurt as much. I get that.
I
Well,
have no conception of what color.
You see this now, Patty. Thank you for your call. You taught us something very
So
important.
yeah,
what
we'll
religion
speak
is
to you.
about.
Call again.
Hey, Patty,
No, I will
call
talk to
back again.
Thank you so much,
You are
yeah.
wonderful, and I wish you a great, long life. And you're a strong woman. And I promise you that I want to be your friend.
I want to be your friend too.
Okay,
Have
well,
a good
thank
night,
you.
Patty.
Really, really.
Good night. So yeah, this is the Just Enough Heshy Show. You can reach us at 718-303-9090. And you can also
We
go
have
to
a very special caller. You
Yes.
can't even talk. When he calls, we got to pick up the phone.
Hello, Ralph.
Ralph.
What's happening, guys?
Ralph.
He just has a good
Ralph,
voice.
just one question for you, Ralph. One question. Do you
Yes.
believe in God?
You know, you just asked a bad one to me because I don't want to bring down the whole show. We'll talk about that in a minute. But you just had one of the greatest callers in talk radio history on the line with
she
you
was
just
great.
now.
She was great.
Yeah, she calls my program all the time. She's fantastic, fantastic person, Patty. I love you. And you know something? You were talking about God. What they did to me in Catholic school. If I chewed on the communion wafer, the nuns would give me a whack.
Wow.
And they'd send me back to the pew with tears in my eyes and my tail between my legs and whimpering. And I'd have to tell mommy that the nuns were bad to me. And that's what happened to me each and every day. So they kind of like scared God into me, if you can understand that.
You are my brother, Ralph. You are my brother. I was beaten, I think, more than you. I want to tell you a funny
But
story,
he was
Ralph.
beaten by women.
No. Oh. I love you, Ralph. But Ralph, I want you to know there was one time when I was in elementary school, the fire alarm went off. I really don't know how it went off. and of course the principal comes in and he doesn't look at anybody else for some reason.
He knows it's you.
I don't know how he knew, but it wasn't me. But whatever.
You look guilty, Heshy. You look guilty. That's
Guilty. Anyways,
Guilty as charged.
he takes me into he grabs me out of the class. He takes me into the first grade and beats the living crap out of me. And he tells everybody in the class. He says some Jewish words and he says,
God wants you beaten.
He said some crazy holy line and he grabs me to the second grade and beats me up again and says the same holy line. And we go from third grade, fourth grade, fifth grade, sixth grade. Finally, he gets to the eighth grade and he says, and you know why I'm beating him? And of course, I have to answer since I heard the line 7 times in a row. And I mentioned the line and he beat me even more. So I know what blood is running about. That's why I don't believe in
People
physics.
taking religion and desecrating on it.
I don't. I believe they abused
It's
it.
adults that don't know how to control themselves.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, you know what they did to you, Heshy? They alienated you from the start. So any love that you may have had for God, kind of
No. I've found God, and I want you to know that even with all the torture that has happened, and I don't know what happened in your life, Ralph, and I don't know what happened in a lot of people's lives. They go through very tough times, and I can't even imagine, like Patty, that caller, that wonderful, beautiful lady, and I never met her before, but I know that she must have suffered. I don't know what kind of pain she went through, but I know who I am, and I know that whatever people have done to me or hurt me, I have to find a way out of it, because if I'm going to put myself and lock myself into this crazy prison of my head, then I'm lost, and I'm not going to blame anybody else for my faults. I'm going to blame them. I'm going to blame the bad people, but I'm going to fight my way out of this hellhole in this prison, and I'm going to find the beauty, because there has to be beauty out there, even with the bad people out there.
There's an equal.
Can you agree that we need each other? We
Yes.
need to love. So we need to love somebody,
Yeah.
and if you don't have love in your life, this is why we have people that
Yeah.
commit these outrageous crimes. You know, and also
You know what?
we have-
There's equal good and bad in the world, like 50-50. So if there's that much good, then there's that much bad.
And Ralph, I hear you have a lot of love, and you are a good man.
I appreciate that. You know, Esther, you bring up a great point when Patty got that guy, the intruder, put away. That's one less deviant we have to deal with in society, and that's very important. But I will tell you this. You mentioned about the pods, about the marijuana. There are so many people, and I talk about this on the program sometimes, so many people sitting in Rikers Island right now on ridiculous pot charges, drug charges. They weren't selling, mind you. They were using themselves. And they're sitting there doing 4 or 5 year terms for ridiculous possession of drugs. And what is it costing us? It's costing us upwards of $100,000 per year to house these people sitting in prison. You tell me if our priorities aren't skewed.
Yeah.
And you tell me that after 5 years for sitting for something like having some weed, that they don't come out angry, bitter, and with
less morals,
way less, and with good training on how to be a good crook.
Neil, you just hit it on the head. That's why they come out better criminals. They'll break into your house a lot easier. They'll slit your wife's throat in a better fashion.
Right.
See, the thing is, I want the violent criminals put away. I really have. If somebody's going to come and rape my wife, I have no pity whatsoever. Put him away forever. But the guy who's just doing something to themselves, to himself.
Right, he's sitting in his bedroom and he's doing whatever. Right. What do you give a crap?
Let him knock himself out. Have a good time. Just keep me out of it. That's all. See, when he infringes upon you, Neil, or Heshy, or Esty, or myself, then I have something to say. If you're hurting yourself, then just stay in your own little show in your room and have a good time. And you know something? I commend Netanyahu for doing what he's doing because he has his country in mind. I only wish our president in the ivory tower had this country foremost in his mind, which apparently he doesn't. And Heshy, I know you're a fan, but you have to admit the fact that Mr. Obama won't relent and say to Netanyahu, welcome to my house, aka the White House, welcome to my house. Isn't that a travesty, Heshy?
Well,
I think it's a bigger travesty than we can even begin to understand.
Well,
because the cooperation between Israel and America with intelligence and things of that nature is really great. And it's goes
but
deep.
Ralph, but if you notice, the president Obama did not stop Netanyahu from coming. He's not stopping him from talking.
He's not welcoming him.
He's not welcoming. Okay, so I don't welcome you in my house. But the point is you're entitled to come in. You're entitled to speak. You can do whatever you want. I don't want you to.
Democratic country in that area. And he's not going to allow him, a cup of coffee together. Come on.
So with the ISIS threat being paramount, we're forgetting about that country, that little wacko country called Iran, who wants to blow the whole world up along with ISIS. And and Israel sits right there, right in that powder keg. If we don't keep Iran in check, we're all due for departure way too soon.
And I think that's going to be his whole point. Tomorrow's speech is that you think it's only saving Israel's ass. You guys, you better save your own. And
when you save Israel's ass, you save America's ass, and then vice versa. Because again, Israel has its faults, America has its faults, but if we don't keep that alliance strong, I mean, we're doomed for failure, both of us. And I'll tell you something. Just the tone of his voice, Netanyahu, as opposed to Mr. Obama's voice, there's such a distinct love for country that Netanyahu has. That Mr. Obama questions America. Netanyahu is steadfast with Israel, and that's the difference.
Right.
Well, I want to hear you talk to me after his speech tomorrow.
Yeah.
Well, what do you think's coming, Ash? What's coming?
And don't get angry right now at me.
No,
Ralph,
I'm not angry. Go ahead.
I think Netanyahu is going to freak out tomorrow. I think he's going to get up on the stage. He's going to say, "Listen, America, if you don't come in and blow up Iran, and if you don't stop this, and I don't care what else you do," he's going to I believe he's going to freak out. He's going to push Iran subject. He's not going to talk about stuff to make the world a better place, how to make our friendship, how to make his point, stop everything. He's going to go after Iran.
No,
I got
sorry.
you. Iran is a bad issue.
He's dealing with a very hot issue at the moment that it's heating to its boiling point.
Do you think for one moment, Neil, I'm sorry to interrupt, do you think for one moment you can negotiate with these guys? If you think that you're going to sit down with these hardcore fanatics and somehow talk sense into them after thousands of years of this propaganda being shoved down their throats, you're highly mistaken.
That's why.
All they know is a fist.
And that's why for the fifth or sixth time, America has made tremendous mistakes in removing dictators from certain countries.
Oh God!
Because
those
these
dictators were actually friendly dictators, if you can believe that.
Right? No. But they're the ones that kept their country in line.
That's not.
And now look what's going on.
And we go in there and we kind of shuffle things around a little bit. Then we leave prematurely. Either you're going to do the job or do. Now, I hate war. I despise war. I detest war. But let me tell you something. If we don't get strong with something a little bit more powerful than a little slap in the face, well, I hate to see where we're going to stand in 10 years.
Look where Putin is going these days.
I was going to bring that up to you.
He's going to be in charge of this investigation.
Yeah, but Ralph, we were enemies of Russia. They killed us. They hurt their own people. I'm not talking a few people. There were graves dug up with 70,000 people buried. Stalin, Khrushchev, they killed tens of millions of their own people, and we allowed this to go on. And now we are buddies with Russia. Not only that, they even back Iran. And yeah, we forgot about it. We're scared of Iran when we should be scared of Russia. This animal Putin killed his own. There's a guy running against Putin for president, and he killed his counterpart.
Heshy, I have no love for Putin, but I'm going to tell you something else. When Putin speaks, we're at his interest. He's a rich man, wealthy man. He wants more wealth, but his first priority is his country, and that's the thing. A little nationalism here in this country would do us all some good. Just think about America. When you're in Israel, those folks think about their country. Why is it such a sin for us to put America first? Why? Why do we have to think of them first? Why can't we think of us first for a change?
And it's only Obama that's doing it. And you have,
I think you guys are lost.
I don't think
there's a happy medium, Neil and Heshy. There's a happy medium, and Steve, there's a happy medium. Because I'll tell you something, this thing that we've gotten together here 200 some odd years ago, it's not made of Teflon. It doesn't mean it's going to last forever. We have to protect this thing if we care about it. If you care about all your freedoms that you talk about each week on the program, we better protect it, because it can go right out the door.
It's not only protected, we've got to spread the word. We've got to make the world into this. It's just not, you see, people are thinking, Ralph, America. It's not America. It's all of us. We're all brothers and sisters. Remember, there are Jews across the world. There are Christians across the world. I mean, there are Muslims across the world. When two countries fight each other, they're actually brother against brother. I just don't understand. When we had the Civil War in this country in the 1800s, in the 1860s, brother against brother shot each other. I don't understand it. It's not out of it. I can't fathom that a brother would be on one side and another brother, and they would actually kill each other. It kills me.
If you meet each one of these people one to one, you probably would get along with them. But as a power, as an entity, as a force, we have to be very aware as to who gets their hands on these bombs. Because if you're talking about arming Iran, which of course, as we speak right now, they're accumulating bombs and they're accumulating before you know it, we will be at odds with them. And then what will you say when Netanyahu says, "I told you so"? What will you say then when they're fully armed and they're ready to strike? What will you say to Netanyahu then, Hesh?
I don't know. And you're right.
You're going to say, Netanyahu, you were right. You were right to be strong. You were right to be nationalistic. You were right on.
I'm not saying Iran should get the bomb, God forbid. What I'm saying is Bibi, we know the problem. Don't think for a minute America doesn't know that Iran cannot be trusted with nuclear weapons. Don't think for a minute that America is stupid. We have CIA, FBI, DHS. We have so many operations over here that are just crazy. Even our stupid New York City Housing Authority has 14 different purchasing companies. So my point to you is what Bibi should be getting up there is calling up Obama and say, listen, man, you have a spy there called Jonathan Pollard. Let him go. Make a deal. I'll chill out. Instead, he's getting up there to hear his voice. I got it. Don't get me wrong. I'm sitting here. Do you think I want nuclear weapons to be in Iran's hands?
No, 1 second. Ralph, before you answer him.
Yeah.
Did you hear what Kerry said? I believe it was on. yesterday, I think he said it, or Friday, over the weekend, that we don't really have to listen to what Bibi has to say, because during the original Iraq war, he was wrong then. And if you recall, before they went into Iraq the first time with Bush, you had they listed every single country's intelligence agency that said they have whatever kind of weaponry, mass destruction.
Weapons of mass destruction.
Right. That everybody had, and now Kerry is using that against Netanyahu. That maybe he's not always right.
Well, here's the thing, Neil. What's the old adage? What's the old axiom? Beware of what your enemies. You always be aware of your enemy, what they have, what they say. Doesn't mean we have to like them or heed them. We have to be aware of what they have on their minds. Let me tell you how foolish we are, because as we sit here very complacent, ISIS are chopping off heads, and this cat in Iran is having a party there, knowing that he has a crony in the White House over here. We're taking these decapitations, these beheadings with a grain of salt. We're desensitized to them. I talked about that on your program. Yep. That young lady that went over to that was this dumb. She was so silly being a do-gooder. I dread her demise, but she was so silly being over there in the first place.
Like Muller or something.
Do you know that they chopped her head off with no second thought?
Wow.
And they cut this. And Esty, you can identify. She was a young lady your age. Wow. She went over there thinking she was doing her fellow man some good. And you know what she got for a present? They took her head off.
Wow.
So not everyone is sitting as beautifully as you guys in the studio, and you guys are loving people. Unfortunately, not everyone on this planet is of the same mindset, and those are the folks who are out for me, out for you, out for everyone listening. Unfortunately,
I'd like to mention the show.
She's got to mention the show, but I have a question for you, Ralph. If you and me went out to breakfast together, right? Would you go to Le Buffet with me?
In a minute.
Which store? Say it again. I want you to say the word.
Le Buffet.
I love you, Ralph. You are one.
Listen, I'm going to take off on other callers. I appreciate the time, guys.
Thank you.
Great, Ralph.
Yeah, we love you.
Take care.
But ask you before, why you take before you take the other call? How do you cut off my friend?
I didn't do it on purpose.
Okay.
So I just want to say this is the Just Enough Heshy show. If you'd like to call in, you can reach us at 718-303-9090.
Also, we're giving away another Monday and Tuesdays between 7 and 9 and live on YouTube. And if you call in now, the next caller gets a session. We already have 2 winners. We're going to have a winner for the free training. You get
5 free classes, each one worth $150.
Not 5 free. You get one.
One free.
Away
Sorry. You get away. You get a free class. You can call Yossi Lefkowitz. This is his personal number, but his personal number is 347-816-5207. The next caller is
Norm is right.
What?
I should try to smoke weed.
Yes, definitely.
Okay, next, let's go.
The next thing, so if you call in at 718-303-9090, you can win a free session with Yossi. Let's see. We were talking about our advertising.
Well, please finish up.
So we have the Black Label e-cig. You can go to blpremiumecig.com.
That's Mikey's place.
Mikey!
Yeah, or you can call Mikey
I'm going to his wedding.
at 561-239-5941. We said Le Buffet on 55th and 17th Avenue.
Le Buffet. He said it so beautifully.
Yeah.
He's a pro because he's a professional.
He's Ralph.
So we have Gotham One Solutions, asbestos and lead abatement. You can call Joel at 917-577-2867. We have Green Line Building Consultants.
Green Line, we get you green and we get you online and we try our best to help you. We don't do anything wrong. We try to teach you to do the right thing. Sometimes it takes a little longer. Sometimes it's very painful to do the right thing, but we'll teach you, we'll walk you, we'll help you, we'll try to expedite and try to get you to the finish line.
How do they reach you?
Oh, they reach me at 718-871-0382, 718-871-0382. We also do 0382. We do lead inspections, and we do asbestos inspections, and we will give you free consultations. We'll help you, we'll guide you, and call us. We do HPD violations, anything to try to make your life a little calmer, a little bit easier. And Esty, that was wonderful of you.
So yeah, I wanted to say
The
before.
Just Enough Heshy Show?
Yeah, this is the Just Enough Heshy Show. You can get us on Facebook, Just Enough Heshy. You can get us on Twitter, hashtag Just Enough Heshy. We're actually live on YouTube. You just go to Just Enough Heshy, and the first video that pops up. If you'd like to advertise with us, you can email us at justenoughheshy@gmail.com. We're on Monday and Tuesday from 7 to 9 p.m. You can call in at 718-303-9090.
I guess you want to take a call. You're not doing the horoscopes today. But can you just tell us a funny story? I know you have a funny story.
So yeah, actually, I want to say something. Okay, fine. I'll say the funny story. Okay. A mayor in Hungary.
Oh, this is great, Neil. You're going to love it. I'm going. I'm taking my whole family on this
a mayor in Hungary is renting out his entire village for just $558.92 a day. The town of Mager could be yours along with Mager.
How much is it?
$558. It's like a hotel room.
No, it's the whole town.
I know.
No, so that's good for what you're planning.
Right.
Yes.
You already have plumbing and electric.
So yeah, you get 6 horses, 3 sheep, 2 cows, a chicken yard, and a bus stop and a barn. Like,
man,
dude, that's it.
Milk, eggs, and meat. Wow.
I think it's said in a Hungarian way. Mega. How do you spell it?
MEGYER.
It's a village.
Make sure I have enough room.
I wanted to say something.
It's not a one-horse town to have 6 horses.
What are the taxes?
It's $592.
And you're gonna who's gonna clean up the horses? I'm not cleaning up the horses.
I wanted to say something about the religion thing. So did any of you see the Book of Eli?
I saw the Book of Eli.
Isn't that amazing how the world is at an end, and this guy, what does he so badly want? He wants the Bible. Why? Because it's the best way to control people.
Okay.
Now, I'm not saying that's what religion is. What I'm saying is it can be used as a weapon.
You know, and you didn't understand the movie. The movie was the best way to teach people to do good. Push a button, take a call.
So yeah, let's see. Hello, you're on the air with Just Enough Heshy.
Hello?
Yes, hi.
Hi, my name's Emil. How are you?
Hello, Emil. How are you? Fine. This is Heshy and Esty and my favorite person on this show, Neil.
Favorite? Ouch.
Hey.
You know about Esty.
Okay.
Listen, you have to remember, if you don't learn the lessons of the past, you're liable to repeat. Not liable, you're
going to repeat the mistakes of the future. Yes, good one.
In the future.
Yeah.
What I want to do is go back to a time when I was a young lad, and Melville Chamberlain went from England to...
Exactly.
Back and he said, we have peace in our time.
Right.
And I'm telling you that Kerry and Obama are riding the same road. And the best defense is a strong offense.
So what do you want them to do, Emil? Go blow up Iran?
I don't say go blow them up, but I think they should act a lot stronger and have other nations with them negotiating and making them a part of this whole situation. Because I don't trust Iran, and I think they're just talking and blowing wind and stalling for time.
Of course.
Well, if we
there's no doubt. I don't believe anybody believes Iran.
You understand, the Secret Service and FBI, they listen to our phone calls. Do you think they don't know what's going on over there? Do you think they don't have spies? Do you think they don't have all the intel that can possibly help?
They're in denial. They don't want to admit it. They have their own ulterior motives, whatever they are. They say Kerry wants to win the Peace Prize or something. I don't know. Everybody wants to get their legacy in, and that's all they care about.
Spinning our wheels.
There's no Ronald Reagan. Reagan. That's what we needed.
Harry Truman. Now you're talking about a man.
Yeah. A little before my time.
People liked them back then.
Twice, and the second time in Key West, I was selected to be with him on his vacation in Key West, Florida. I took dictation from him. And believe me, being next to him, he was a man that you can respect. He came from nothing, and he made something out of himself. He stood up against the Pentagrass machine, the same political machine that put him in power, but he was a flunky, made him superintendent. And what they didn't realize, he fought back at them. He wouldn't take any crap from them. He wouldn't take crap from anybody. And that's the type of man. Unfortunately, we always look to respect and honor the leaders after they're in office.
Yeah. Well, Emil, thank you for your call. That was very good. And call again. And we appreciate you being on our show.
Yes.
Thank you very much. I appreciate you taking my call.
Okay. Thank you. Let's take another caller. Again, this is the Justin F. Heshy Show.
Wow.
You can call in at 718-303-9090. Hello, you're on the air.
He's pointing his finger.
Hello?
Hello?
Timmy.
Hello?
Yes, hi, Timmy. What's up? Hello? Yes.
Close your radio.
No, don't close your radio.
Hello?
Hi.
Hello? Yeah, I was going to ask what Uncle Heshy is going to wear for costume for him.
Well, for the holiday, I'm going to be wearing my American Uncle Corver hat, and I'm going to be dressed up in red, white, and Corver colors, and you will be coming.
What's a Corver color?
I don't know, but it's me.
He's going to be a...
And the second question is going to be, what's with the touring party that you've been always talking about?
They don't let me make it. Maybe it was going to be next year. I wanted to make the Corver ball, but it's not going to happen. And but you're all welcome to pass by Uncle Heshy's house. We're going to have food running all day long, and my wife is going to kill all of us because I just invited a few other people. If you want to find me, baby boy, you can find me. Don't worry. Have a good holiday
Thank
week.
you.
Have a great week, everybody. I just want you to know, everybody, you're listening to the Justin F. Heshy, and we have a lot of Justin F. Heshy show. You will have a lot of topics which they don't seem to let me talk about.
Yeah, too many phone calls.
And I'm happy that you're all calling. So be our guest, call our show, and do whatever you got to do. And again, if you like my hat, did we get another winner on the show? Did we get another winner for the?
I don't know.
Who's next?
Who's next?
Push
This is line 3. Hello, you're on the air with Uncle Heshy.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
How's it going?
Close your radio.
Do you have anything to say? Hello?
I don't even know.
Do you want to tell us what you're dressing up like?
What?
Are you dressing up this year? Are you Jewish?
Yeah.
What are you going to be for Purim?
It's a secret.
What? I don't even know you. How can it be a secret?
That's okay. I agree. It should be a secret costume.
But I'm not going to see her, so I don't know.
My son is dressing up as the Invisible Man. I don't know what that means, but I guess it's going to be a secret.
Like I'm on the air like right now.
Yes,
You're
you
on
are.
the air, and everybody, millions of our listeners, millions. I think they're.
Sorry, what do you want to say? Hello?
Hello? Yeah. Okay. What do you call it?
I feel like she's on the other line. Oh, that's really funny.
Okay, you better take another caller.
Take another call. This is
Okay, so call back when you're done. So, yeah.
Sounds like she had something to drink.
Are we taking? Oh, he wants you to push a
fine.
button.
So, yeah.
I think it's 4. Hello.
Hello?
Yeah, hi. I want to ask a question.
Go for it.
On Purim, you're supposed to drink until you can't tell the difference between...
The bad guy and the good guy.
Right. So, under your theory about smoking, would smoking be a substitute for drinking, where you can drink, where you can smoke enough, where you don't know the difference between good and bad?
No, and you know why? Because alcohol, you're completely intoxicated. You don't know what's flying. With weed, you can still, I don't want to say drive, but you can still, technically,
Function.
you can function, you can do things. So you're actually, in your head, I feel like it's your subconscious you're using.
She thinks it's a medication.
What I'm saying is it's not like alcohol where you're completely drunk,
Take
you
a
can't
guy
walk
who
straight.
smoked a week's worth of pot in one day, and take an alcoholic that just drank one bottle, and watch them both walk down the street. and
Straight
see-
line,
right.
yeah.
And you'll understand why there's a big difference between the two.
Anyways, that's
I have a question for Heshy. Heshy, why is it that Zeb Bremmett wants you off the air?
he thinks that we are crass, and a lot of the way I understand is they were calling our advertisers that we should be off there because we're too adult content, which I don't really understand that, and we're not supposedly being intellectual enough and clean or something.
Okay, he's not making money off us. Okay?
Right, exactly.
Okay,
He's not
let's
making.
get to the point.
Even though he did call me to do advertising, but
Right.
I always like Zeb better.
But if Zeb runs this station between the hours of 7 and
station 9, can he automatically take you off?
No, it's not his station.
It's not his.
Oh.
He rents time, just like we do.
Okay, so do you think it has to do with professional jealousy? Because
No, he's very successful.
He's very successful. I like him. The only thing
He was going to give us a compliment.
Now, I wanted to tell you why, because when I listen to your show, it's almost like listening to Howard Stern. You never know
That's what he was going for at the beginning of this. That's what he was like.
I don't curse. I don't scream.
No. Let me tell you why. You don't know what you're going to say next. Like Esty just mentioned before that she drives and she's hard.
No, I don't want to say that.
Nobody in their right mind would say that on the air.
Exactly.
I guess I just don't feel like I have to be dishonest about anything.
Right, but you have to. But Esty, let me just say one thing. I'm going to give you some free legal advice.
Thank you.
What you just said on the air could bite you in the end if, God forbid, you ever get into an accident or hurt somebody, because now you have an admission against interest as to you smoking and driving at the same time.
No, I don't smoke and drive. I'm saying I'm better at it.
Being high.
It's not like I drive high. I'm saying if ever, I'm better at it.
You need to be careful what you say on the air.
Why is it Heshy's problem if Esty drives high?
No, it's not Esty's problem. It's Esty's problem if, God forbid, she hurts somebody.
Right.
But that's the thing. I'm really good when I'm on it. It's when I'm not on it that's a problem.
Let's stop that. We took the advice from you, and that's wonderful. Now, my question to you is, what are you dressing up on prom?
I'm not dressing up, but let me ask you a question.
Wait.
Why? Let me ask you a question. Because, listen, let me ask you a question. Do you find your reaction time is lowered as a result of you being high while you're driving?
It's very possible, but because of that, I'm twice as careful. Usually I'm just going to drive like whatever. Here, I'm like, okay, because I'm on this, I need to know. I need to focus. And because of that, my natural instincts take over more than when I'm not on it.
Okay.
Well, take care. Good luck.
But please dress up, please.
Your show is terrific. I mean, I
just please dress up.
I can't.
You can do what I want. Superman.
Even when I want to shut it off, I can't, because I never know what you're going to say next.
I love you. You are wonderful. You should. Can you use a free training studio? Training center?
No. I like being out of shape.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much. Take another caller before we come to the end of the show.
Yes. Hello. Yeah, we're almost done here. What's up? Hello, Ruth.
Hello. Yeah. I never heard of adults dressing up for prom. What's the reasoning for that?
Because they think they're too mature and it draws attention to them. That's supposedly not good, but I'm very against that. I think it's the one day that women do not get to be part of so many holidays. This is one thing. If you're dressed, not provocatively, you can wear a costume, and it's fine if people look at you if you have a mask on your face. I'm pretty sure it's not out of attraction, so I think it's okay.
No, you dress up for
and the men do. The men do a lot of times. It's the women that usually don't.
The reason I believe we dress up for children is because we're all kids at heart.
Yes.
And the second you believe that you're not a kid at heart,
you die.
Your life is over. You should always be young in heart, even though your
it's
body
the one day it lets you get out.
Right,
you get it all out.
And I want you to know, I in the mornings of prom, when right after I finish with the synagogue, I try to go to the hospital in my costume and just try to make a couple of people smile and laugh. I bring a couple of small little gift packages we need to hand out. Not too many. I think my wife gives me like 10 or 12, and I try to hand it out to a few special people that that are on my list. And that's what it is. You have to make somebody happy. And if you're in a costume, you're a clown. There are people who are clowns at 40, 50, 70.
When you see a good costume,
it's not a religious thing then.
It is a religious thing.
What's the religion reasoning?
Religion is love.
What's wrong with dressing up?
The religion is Vinahapachu, which means it's the one day that everything's reversed. So if you're something the whole year round, you're supposed to be the opposite, technically.
What is the first commandment? I mean, people don't even understand. I am God. God loves us, and God wants you to love yourself. And if you
the religion, He makes it fun.
It's not right, and you have to have fun with it. You have to enjoy it. You have to serve the Almighty and serve Him with having fun, eating your food, enjoying your food. When you make a blessing, it's not the blessing that you're just eating the food. You're blessing that you're here on the planet, and then you get to eat whatever He gives you as a gift.
It sounds to me like a Jewish Halloween.
It is, but
it's not Halloween.
Yes,
Halloween.
But the difference is Halloween is
serving the devil, is the witches. witches. Yeah, Halloween is
Actually,
serving witches and goblins.
No, it came about in a way that's not even. No, that was Santa Claus. Okay.
We're running out of
No.
time, ladies.
All right. I
We're
just want
running
to
out
say.
of time,
I just
yeah.
want to say one thing. Okay. The difference is Halloween that you kind of got to give them candy or they throw things at you. Here it's about giving charity, and you're supposed to dress up, make people happy, and you're supposed tons of money is given out every year per.
It's not about money, but it's a good
Never heard
spirits.
that. Also, I'd like to know, does Heshy have a website?
Yes, we don't have a website. We have a Facebook
A
page.
Facebook, a Twitter, an email.
How do you spell Heshy?
Heshy. You can go on the
Heshy?
no Heshy.
Oh, that's all.
Just enough Heshy, and you'll always see a daily quote or two from me, and you'll see some people making comments every day. I make sure to put out a daily
Very
quote.
hard for me to get on Facebook. I keep forgetting my password.
What about YouTube? You can see us there live,
see us
and
live.
you can watch us.
YouTube is good. YouTube I can get on.
You can see us live on YouTube, or you can see the recorded show. Ruth, thank you for your call. You're wonderful. Call again, and
Thank
we
you.
appreciate everything from you.
Get dressed up. Get dressed up.
We're coming to the end of this wonderful, great show. Thank you for all your callers. I had a great time tonight, Esther.
Yeah.
Did you have a great time?
Yeah, it was very good, relaxed, not too
great.
crazy.
Neil wasn't relaxed. He was screaming at people.
Who was I screaming?
I don't know. Anyways, my going quote for the night, and again, before I say it, I want you to know something. Go out. I don't care if you do something good or not. One person try to make somebody smile. Just do the good morning thing. You know, there's a good morning thing. Go out there, say good morning. Make somebody smile. Make somebody happy this week. Do anything. You don't have to give money. You don't have to feed the poor. It would be nice. Even though I read a story this week, Neil, that they found a homeless man in a boxcar, dead, frozen from the cold because he had nowhere to go. So I want you to go do something good. And here is my closing quote. Excellence. If you're going to achieve excellence in big things, you develop the habit in little matters. Excellence is not an exception. It is a prevailing attitude. Have the attitude to go out. Have the attitude to do excellence. Have the attitude to love your family. And today again, I want to apologize to all my listeners, to all my family. If I insulted all of you, I love you. Thank you for listening to the Just Enough Heshy Show. Good night. See you tomorrow.